polling booth in Telangana will be open, and that will make a difference. Chhattisgarh, Congress just on the winning number. Now, if there are pollsters who give BJP mandate going forward, other pollsters, that number could change, or if Congress continues to enjoy or hold sway, that could change. But this scenario in Madhya Pradesh, and no one first past the post, 5 others, politics again, monies will come out, horse trading will happen.
Well, if these
who are these candidates? Are they BJP leaning, Congress leaning? Will make a difference.
If these numbers hold right now, Anand, then the Congress will have reasons to cheer. Look, Telangana, they're pulling off a stunning upset. In Chhattisgarh, they're retaining. It doesn't matter. The quality victory doesn't matter. The fact that you won matters. And of course, in Madhya Pradesh, well, if that number holds, they're in the driver's seat. But obviously, other factors could come into play.
This is today's Chanakya. I think this is the first reporting today's Chanakya number for Rajasthan. They're giving it clearly to the BJP, 112 to the BJP and 85 to the Congress, 15 to others. So I think they are very clear there's going to be a government change as we welcome Professor Sanjay Kumar and Mehta. So the poll of polls number is changing for Madhya Pradesh. I think one thing we can fairly say is in Rajasthan, the BJP will come back to power after 5 years. And in Chhattisgarh, at least 2 out of 3 polls seem to be giving the indication that Congress and Bhupesh Baghel will retain. Nalin first and then Professor Kumar.
So, if there's one state that the BJP has been fairly confident of in private and public conversations, it's been Rajasthan. And this has particularly been the case ever since some of the loyalists of Rajay were given tickets and so on. So, so I think Rajasthan would be expected. Chhattisgarh, the BJP has pulled back some lost ground. I think it was looking like people traveling, they always said it was looking like a sweep for the Congress. A bit closer than that, but I think, Rahul, I agree with you. A victory is a victory. That's right. So the Congress would find cheer in that. Madhya Pradesh is too close to call because, and I do want to say that if it is 2-all and Madhya Pradesh, it's too close to call, even a close election is a kind of a moral victory for the in Madhya Pradesh after 18 years of incumbency. Telangana, if the Congress dethrones the BRF, then that is the expansion of the southern model of the Congress. It's Karnataka, it goes on to Telangana. It also gives it a full rich state ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. So I think that is an important one.
It also tells it perhaps that this, to use the word bravery, but welfareism.
Absolutely.
Some welfareism works, it's connecting, and it also tells you that there is a problem, actually, because there are recipients for welfareism.
But Professor Kumar, why is Madhya Pradesh a big state? There are only 2 players. It's a bipolar contest. Why is it so difficult to predict? We've saw it in 2018. We're seeing it again in 2023.
Numbers have changed. In Madhya Pradesh, BJP is back ahead.
Why is it such a difficult state to predict, Professor Kumar?
The numbers will keep changing because what we are trying to do at the moment is at different polls and trying to take the averages. So if a poll comes now, while we are speaking, and if that poll says 129 numbers will again change.
Correct.
But that doesn't mean that what is going to happen on December is going to change. It's not about being there 2 parties or 3 parties. Predicting, because why predicting elections in Madhya Pradesh is so wide, it's a bipolar contest. I think if you look at the vote estimate, it's a neck-to-neck fight. And generally, in a traditional way, what do you do in an exit poll or in a poll? You ask the people who you are likely to vote for, whom you get the vote estimate, and then you convert these votes into seats. If it is a neck-to-neck fight in terms of vote share, and that a party can win large number of seats by small margin, and it could be the other way around. That is why it becomes so difficult to predict the seat. And look at Zaka, what happened in the last election in Madhya Pradesh. BJP had more votes. Ended up with that is why I think
the density of votes in particular seats in Madhya Pradesh are really swing seats.
Nobody.
I'm saying in the last election.
For example,
how many were
fights that we had? This is less than 3,000 votes. There are 30 seats, which is not a bad number. It's more than 10% of the overall, 30 out of 230. Out of this, the Congress won 15, the BJP won 14.
So here,
why it's that close?
Here, Zaka and Rahul, less than 1% vote share. Why Madhya Pradesh is difficult to predict is that because it's got, say, 6 big regions, and many of them vote very differently. So, for example, last time, the Congress swept in 3 of them, but the BJP swept 2 of them. won it with neck and neck. So it's almost like 6 different state elections. So
Rajasthan, we are also seeing these cases where it is
extending the conversation of what Nalinji is saying. If you look at what happened in the last Madhya Pradesh election, if you look at the aggregate, were almost the same. Out of the 6 regions, one party is leading in 3, the other party is leading in 3. And Zaka, the data you presented, if you look at the 30 assembly constituencies, which were marginal seats, in a sense, vote share, the
less than
difference
3,000 votes. The margin
15 goes to one side and the 15 goes to other side.
Correct.
It indicates a tight election, and my own sense is that 3rd of December we are going to have almost the repeat of 29.
Right now the scenario 2. That's what it looks like. Mizoram has gone to the MNF, so that's the national party there. Congress is not there in the fray. They will eventually go to NIDA. But let's poll of polls at these numbers. As we look at these numbers, Madhya Pradesh is firmly there as of now. अभी तक तो pollsters यही कह रहे हैं कि मामा जी सरकार बना रहे हैं. He's passed the poll, got that one extra seat. So that is important. That is for him. The other thing that we are also seeing is that with respect to Rajasthan, the BJP is sweeping Rajasthan. So this is Madhya Pradesh poll numbers. In Rajasthan, we look at it 111. So clearly post and also taking it there, and the pattern continues. There's no this one Rajasthan घुमा के बदल देता है सरकार बदल. This time also they have done it when they do it overwhelming numbers. The twist in as far as the Congress, big win for it if it holds on to this number below, ladies and gentlemen, and that is 46. Let's look at in Chhattisgarh. 45 is the halfway mark, and 96 you win, and that's where the Congress is right now. The BJP Singh at the helm, former Chief Minister, is at 41. It is still short. Even others back the BJP, it is 46 and 44, neck and neck. Wahan kuch to hoga. That is what everybody understands, that this is not going to be a settled state because the mandate is not as clear, as overwhelming as it was last time around when Bhupesh Baghel came to power. The story is Telangana. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, if this poll of polls stands on result day on the 3rd December, nobody is forming government. Because the parties who've got the mandate cannot back each other. That's the story. 56. So the Congress is 4 short. BRS is 38. It is 12 short. AIMIM is 5 and BJP is 6. So if BRS, AIMIM and the BJP are highly unlikely they will form a government which nobody will accept. AIMIM will never go with the Congress. As of now, that stated position. BJP and Congress coming together, I don't know. Well, if BRS and Congress decide to come together, that's a different story altogether.
Jump to sort of giving legitimacy to this poll of polls, I think we'll have to really look at the vote shares also. Because if, as Nalin is saying, let's say in a state like Madhya Pradesh, there are so many variations, you'd also have to see at the micro level of where the seats or how the pattern has emerged. Because you look at a state, for example, like Rajasthan, where a huge number of seats have actually changed over time, over 3 consecutive elections, with such small margins. The vote share would be very, very important. At least the regional vote share we must need to look at.
You don't have empirical data. The last 2 times there has been one party and that party has only increased its mandate. So how do you read Telangana story right now?
In Telangana, the vote share is critical because we don't
even know the swing. We don't even know swinging where and which region in Telangana. That's the story, na? Telangana kahan ghuma kaise?
Are we saying?
Look at the vote. Last time around, they had almost 50% vote share. In a multi-contest, when you have Congress, MIM, BJP, a party getting to 50% vote share, you get this. This is a 2/3 majority, 88 out of 115. Whether they'll be able to replicate this, because if you go to 2014...
the Congress has never won 51 seats in Telangana.
Yeah, it's not.
This is going to be remarkable.
If you go to the 2014 election, BRS was at 63. Yeah. It only had 34% vote. Congress had 25 and it had 21 seats. So vote share got up by a good 12% last election. So will the BRS fall by that margin or will they be able to contain the fall? And again, I keep coming back to it. In a multi-cornered contest, it's much harder to predict how the seat share will, like what Professor Kumar was saying. You vote shares, but seat share would be very difficult.
But just going by the last election, if you can just that up, you look at the numbers, and I don't know have regional data, but if you really look at the regional variation, you see huge gaps between the two. So this would have to be a massive
kind of a mandate. Honestly, the TRS, it's the rural belt, which is north of But
That's
they
right.
completely swept Nizamabad, Adilabad, Asifabad.
The
And here in
BRS
the
is
south
supposed
as
to be
well.
strong.
If you
isn't
look
it?
at the
because of the right
Congress,
to bandhans.
it's only in this eastern part.
Yeah.
And Revant Reddy, now the state president, he comes from Malkajgiri. He's contesting one seat here and he's contesting one seat here against the chief minister.
yeah.
They have to win. If the Congress has to win this state, it has to win at least 2 out of 3 regions, whether it is north and east or
Well, that's what
north
I'm
and
saying.
Can
east,
I add
but it's 2 out of 3 regions.
You're right, Rahul, that the Congress has never won this kind of a vote share in Telangana. Even in the 2018 numbers, even in 2019 in the Lok Sabha,
20%.
he's got the 20, exactly.
Lok Sabha
The Congress had about
He's got,
21 assembly
Zaka's got the
segments,
2019 Lok
and
Sabha.
BRS increased. So if the Congress delivers
It's
the kind of
similar.
result of the exit polling, that means that the Congress emerged as the one party in people's mind who could dethrone the BRS, which meant a lot of people would move to BJP. In the last 2-3 years, there was a lot of resurgence of BJP,
So in
which
the
collapsed. Now they've all moved.
BJP's vote share has never
in
been
the
more
Lok
than 20%
Sabha,
in
and I think
Telangana.
this is a big factor. In Lok Sabha, they had 4 MPs, the BJP from Telangana. They had almost 20% vote share, which means 1 out of 5 voters was voting for the BJP. I think pollster in this election is giving BJP 20% vote share. That
It's a
will go.
two-horse race there. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
In Telangana, it's a two-horse race. One horse was lagging.
Yeah.
Is that horse overtaking? I mean, that's going to be a phenomenal. That means that the right scheme, the number of other welfare schemes have just imploded. And maybe this, I don't know, maybe this is because people are saying that this is KCR's last election.
See, I'll tell you one thing. Just have a look at this. 2018, who slips? Who slips between 2018 and Vidhan Sabha and 2019 Lok Sabha? BRS that slips about 6 to 7% vote shares between 2018 Vidhan Sabha to 2019 Lok Sabha. Who gains? The BJP moves up from 7% to 19.64%. The Congress moves up by only 1%. Now, in this story, if the Congress eats into the BRS's vote share, BRS slips below 40%, and BJP holds on to even say about a significant 60 to 70% Lok Sabha 2019 vote share. The BJP, that's why we are seeing to about 10 seats, and the Congress rise to 56 seats. I just want to quickly qualify to our view the flanks and the bottom edge. These are the poll numbers. What you see in the center, the box, ladies and gentlemen, are each individual exit pollsters and their numbers and own analysis. So for ki number kya hai, if you have that, just read the left, right flanks and corners or the edges of the screen. So the edge here, my right, is or to the left of the screen is this one, is the BJP Madhya Pradesh number where they are the post, and they have got the winning number 116. To my left, here on the screen, which will be to your right, ladies and gentlemen, Rajasthan, 111. So BJP taking that too, clear mandate. As far as bottom, Telangana, it's stuck right now because Congress is falling 4 seats short. Massive gain for them, but 4 seats short. BRS slipping down 12 seats of that 60 number, which is the winning number. Halfway number 60 is the winning number. Chhattisgarh, if you look at Chhattisgarh, there, bottom edge. Chhattisgarh, Congress moving up now, clearly past the post. 40 is the halfway number. They've got 48. They are clearly pole position as far as the exit poll of polls. Poll of poll number gives Chhattisgarh to Bhupesh Baghel Congress party.
I'll tell you one thing, Anand, if these numbers stand, I won't be surprised if Mr. Modi comes out or someone from BJP comes out and says, "Ab asli panauti kaun?"
All right, let's go across to Jitu Patwari. He's a former INC, he's a former minister also in the previous Kamal Nath government there in 2018. Jitu ji, अभी जो poll of polls की नतीजे जो हैं, उसमें BJP को स्लाइट एज है 116 और कांग्रेस को 111. आपकी पहली प्रतिक्रिया चाहूंगा मैं.
ये कहाँ के बताया आपने, मध्य प्रदेश या राजस्थान?
नहीं, ये मध्य प्रदेश का ही है. 116 बीजेपी और 111
तो
कांग्रेस के लिए.
ऐसा है कि जो आपने मेहनत की, मैं मतलब उसके रिस्पेक्ट करता हूं, पर ये ध्यान रखें कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने यहाँ वोट विधायक खरीदे बेचे थे. उन्होंने वोट खरीदने के लिए लाडली बहना योजना लाए. इन्होंने अराजकता की कि मध्य प्रदेश सबसे ज्यादा कर्जदार है देश में. एक एक परिवार यातनाओं के माया जाल में आपका पोल थोड़ा आपको करेक्ट करना था। 136 सीट से 155 सीट कांग्रेस की आई। ये फिर से
ये बताइए
नोटेड,
जीतू जी,
ये मेरा
जो
वीडियो याद रखना।
आपने खुद
ये
बोला,
1 मिनट, क्लियर क्लियर क्लियर, कंप्लीट। मेरा आपसे अनुरोध है, ये मैं जो बोल रहा हूं, ये वीडियो उस दिन 3 तारीख को आप फिर से निकालना और इस चैनल पे चलाना। मैंने कहा 136 से 155 सीट तक जा सकती है।
जी
प्लीज क्लियर,
वो हम
आपकी मेहनत
प्ले
होगी,
करेंगे। जो
आप
बाइट है वो
रिस्पेक्ट
हम
करता हूं, पर
दोबारा
मैं
3
आपसे
तारीख को
अनुरोध
हम
करता हूं 36 से 155।
जी
क्लियर।
लेकिन ये आपने खुद अभी बोला
जी।
कि लाडली बहना उन्होंने जो योजना है इंस्टॉल किया, उन्होंने इंट्रोड्यूस किया, वो तो पॉपुलर तो था, खासकर महिलाओं के बीच में तो लाडली बहना काफी पॉपुलर।
ऐसा वन मिनट, महिलाओं को नहीं पता था कि 1,000 रुपए देंगे और 3,000 रुपए का बिजली वापस देंगे। ये महिलाओं को नहीं पता था जो किचन ऑयल 60 रुपए का था वो 100 कर दिया। ये महिलाओं को नहीं पता था कि जो गैस का सिलेंडर कोविड आंसू खून के रो रहे थे लोग जब 1100 का था और अभी सब्ज बाग दिखा रहे हैं। ये अगर इतना ही अच्छा सब और ऐसे ही रिजल्ट आ रहे जैसे आप बता रहे हैं, तो फिर नरेंद्र मोदी क्यों आगे किया गया और क्यों शिवराज का चेहरा पीछे किया गया? क्या कारण है कि मुख्यमंत्री का भारतीय जनता पार्टी में मुख्यमंत्री चेहरा नहीं बताया गया? अरे कांग्रेस की सुनामी थी भाई,
ये
बचने के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने सारे जतन किए।
शिवराज
यही कारण था कि इन्होंने 3-3, 4-4 केंद्रीय मंत्री उतारे।
शिवराज सिंह चौहान की जो चेहरा है उसको कांग्रेस नहीं किया। उन्होंने ये नहीं कहा कि वो मुख्यमंत्री बने दोबारा अगर बीजेपी की जीत होती है। इससे आपको नहीं लगता कि इनकम्बेंसी को थोड़ा बहुत मतलब उसको किया है उन्होंने, बीजेपी ने?
देखो, मैं CNN बहुत रिस्पेक्टेबल चैनल है
जी,
मैं ज्यादा इस भावना से कि बहस और आपके सवाल उत्तर देने के बजाय अनुरोध करता हूं कि ये मेरा वीडियो आप डाल के रखना।
ठीक है।
135, 36 से 155 तक जाएगी कांग्रेस पार्टी, स्पष्ट
ठीक है।
2/3 में से आ रही है।
जीतू जी,
ये सब बातें घोतक थी, आप इसको उस नजरिए से देखते हैं, हम इस नजरिए से देखते हैं।
आपको दोबारा हम बुलाएंगे 3 तारीख पर। 135 से 155 के बीच में अगर ये नंबर आ रहे हैं तो प्लीज दोबारा आइएगा और CNN चैनल पे इंटरव्यू करेंगे हम। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए।
So, the Congress is very confident there. I actually want to take our viewers through all the numbers so far. Pradeep Bhandari of Janata is there with us in the studio. So let me quickly walk across, ladies and gentlemen. And let's look at the numbers. So we've got C voter Chhattisgarh coming through so far, and C voter right now at this point. If you look at the edge of our screen, you see Chhattisgarh is in the purse of the Congress party. It's coming back to it. Voter also coming out and saying yes, that could be the case, that the Congress party could very comfortably back into government. They've given a band there, and that band for both the BJP and the Congress party, but the Congress party clearly having the numbers if you look at the upper now. Let's stay with Chhattisgarh only, and let's look at CNX. What is CNX saying? CNX is saying 46 to 56 for the Congress party, 30 to 40 seats for the BJP. So yet another poll giving the mandate in Chhattisgarh to the Congress party. Let's try and move quickly and look at the next set of numbers that we have. Let's Jan Ki Baat numbers, and Jan Ki Baat numbers for the state of Chhattisgarh itself. And in Jan Ki Baat numbers, Pradeep Bhandari is sitting with, so we'll stay with this. 43 to 53, that's the band, and 34 to 45. So clearly, Jan Ki Baat also saying in Chhattisgarh, Bhupesh Baghel and the Congress party prevail, and this entire talk about anti-incumbency seems to be junk. Let's stay there. Pause here before we go to Rajasthan. We'll pause. Let's ask, why have you given these numbers and why is your so big? So let's have a conversation.
Anand, because in Chhattisgarh, see, traditionally the vote share difference between the two parties is roughly less than 1%. So there are significant seats where the vote is less than 5,000. Now, if you look at the election of Chhattisgarh, there are two belts where the BJP is doing good. That's not the verdict of 2018, where it was completely wiped out, which is the belt of Bilaspur and Sarjuga. So in the phase 2, the BJP has covered up. Phase 1 is where the Congress party is literally sweeping the phase 1, and the BJP is in single-digit seats. So if you look at it, overall the Congress party is at an edge, but I do not look at it from the numbers, because if you look if you divide it on the basis of caste, you see ST is the majority, ST seats to the Congress party, but the SC seats are not being swept completely by the Congress party. There the BJP makes an edge. If you look at the OBC vote difference, there also BJP has a higher vote share than the Congress party. So it is basically not having a face in Chhattisgarh. There was definitely an anti-incumbency, but it was not a wave of anti-incumbency which could translate into of government. This is where you see the band of the BJP is more than 35, was less than 20. So if I want to sum up overall Chhattisgarh election, it is BJP having increasing anti-incumbency, but not enough, because Bhupesh Baghel, particularly in the rural, is able to get those votes. In the women vote again is divided. So is doing good in its traditional pockets, but it is not able to take a lot of areas which it had erstwhile done when it used to form the government. Is bigger, because if you look at Chhattisgarh election, leave apart 2013, which was a wave election, generally the margin of victory and loss is always less than 1.5%. This is where the range.
So you said phase one Congress accepted. What happened last time around? Quickly.
Again, this is the next. This is the Bastar belt. There are 20 seats there. Congress won 17 last time, and the BJP won just 2. So you're saying this will be the similar this time around
the
as well?
BJP is Dhaka increasing marginally, but it is not a dent where 50% seats it's able to win or 40% seats. So the Congress here still, if I look at it, it's more than 13 seats, 14 takes a decisive.
Sarva Adivasi Samaj that had got into this election, it has had no effect on the Congress, are you saying, or it has?
It has, but ultimately, if you look at it, the Bhupesh Baghel versus who was also a question. So generally, the election, it was the sentiment on the ground or the data which was reflecting, yes, Bhupesh Baghel is coming, but not with the mandate in which he had come in 2000. So if you look and divide Chhattisgarh into regions, Bilaspur is a belt which is doing significantly well. Last time it was completely wiped out from Bilaspur belt also. That's where it was reduced in less than 20 seats. And if you go to Sarjuga, is northern Chhattisgarh, there also BJP gets certain pockets.
So last was 51 seats. Sanjay ji, concur, disagree that this on ground that there is anti-incumbency, but the BJP stands to gain, but not beat the Congress party in Chhattisgarh?
I think generally there is an agreement. I would agree. Yes, BJP is gaining compared to 2018 assembly election. Congress will be down compared to 2018 assembly election. But I am not in a position to do the kind of disaggregate analysis many people are able to do, going by district based on a exit poll, opinion poll data. I prefer to wait for 3rd of December to come those detailed analysis. But yes, general agreement. BJP is on the up, Congress is down, but gap still remains such that Congress should be able to win election in Chhattisgarh.
Factors at work. Let's get a sense of this. What are the factors at work in the election, Nalin?
In Chhattisgarh?
Yes.
So in Chhattisgarh, to me, look, I think as far as Baghel is concerned, he has delivered a welfare model for the Congress. Personal popularity is not, there's not anti-incumbency against him personally. It's against the regime overall, which is also true for Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh.
Sorry, quick flash update. Ladies and gentlemen, watching the screens, the edges, the bottom, because more pollsters are coming in, more numbers are coming in. I said there could be a change, there'll be a revision in and that revision is reflecting on the screen. The mega poll of polls, now the poll of poll numbers on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. The Congress is slipping. The BRS is gaining. It's gotten into the 50, 52, just 8 short of that magic number of 60 to win as far as the numbers are concerned. AIMIM becoming 1 more seat. BJP 3 seats. Lot is changing even in the exit polls in overall aggregate of the pollsters. Telangana numbers will change.
The more the BJP goes up, problems for the Congress. When it comes down, you see the BRS.
No, it's actually, correct.
So that's what we need to keep looking at.
Correct. So now they are neck and neck. Congress and the BRS are neck and neck. BJP goes down, then the BRS continues to increase and Congress also is
that's why I'm not very
convinced. But if BJP goes up, Congress goes down.
Pradeep, post poll there in Telangana. Yes. Was it an easy state to predict because there are multiple players?
So look at our numbers in Telangana, the Jan Ki Baat poll. Overall, there is a sentiment of change in Telangana, but the BRS is able to hold a harder vote in North Telangana. So if you look at it, if you again Telangana districts of Warangal and neighboring districts, that is where the Congress party is literally sweeping it. Congress is getting the majority youth vote in Telangana, and the BRS is able to hold the vote of beyond 55 to 60 years of age. So I'll give you an example. Even constituencies of say Sirsila, which is a KTR constituency, which was won with more than of margin, you see a decrease in margin even in that seat when we polled there. So overall,
But 1 lakh margin is a
it will
huge
come down to
margin.
40. No, it is for sure.
1 lakh is a huge margin to bridge it.
Yes,
down to
but
like-
it is
from 2 seats now. Gajwel, which is
yes,
in
even in
Silsila,
Gajwel,
and from
Zaka,
Kamareddy.
the margin of loss and victory is less than 5,000. And let me get just another 10 seconds. 1 kilometer away from Sirsila, that is the constituency which is Vimlugara. That constituency in a tripolar contest, again the Congress party leads. So there is overall a sentiment of change. The BRS is able to hold areas. The cadre is very strong.
Right.
So I will not be
But
surprised.
Pradeep, if you're giving BJP between 7 and 13,
Yeah.
I don't think the Congress is going to get the number that you're sort of.
So Rahul,
predicting.
again, I have
how does this?
Yeah. So again, a basic difference. If you
I
look
mean,
at
if
it,
there is anti-incumbency,
Yeah.
it would go to the Congress. Why
Well,
would it
his
go to the
argument
BJP?
is that the Congress
I'll
vote
come
will
to
come at so the BJP's vote will come at the cost of Congress.
No,
We
no, no.
are-
His argument is that if you look at
No,
his
I'm
numbers,
saying your argument.
the
Too.
BRS
Your
is
argument.
between-
I'm saying your argument.
if there is anti-incumbency, a voter will vote for a party that will actually affect change. Not
But I think
third
one of the
parties
points
like
that
the
Pradeep
BJP
is a
doesn't
valid
really
one.
have a
Just
point.
one second. This is
Yeah.
Hyderabad. This is about 20 seats, 19,
Yes.
20.
Yeah.
But you look at north of Hyderabad and south of Hyderabad.
Yes.
These are constituencies where in the Lok Sabha, the BJP got 4 from north of Hyderabad, Nizamabad, Adilabad, Asifabad, that place where polarization can work. Whereas in assembly, because the BJP is not that big there, those votes go to the BRS. Again, in south, problem for the Congress is they are only valid or they're only strong eastern part of the state, Warangal, Nalgonda, that belt. They need to start making inroads in the rural parts. Let's say the north, as Pradeep was the
But
north
then-
is
but-
KCR's
but
stronghold.
that's what I'm
but
saying,
what about the
Zaka.
south?
Absolutely right. Because if the voters are looking for change, why would they want to waste their vote? I'm not being in any way prejudicial to the BJP. I'm sure it's run a strong campaign, but chances are that the voters would go to the
Move en
Congress.
masse to the Congress because the Congress has been in power there in the past, and that's the alternative to the BRS. Yeah.
it's a very valid question.
Sorry,
and
I'm
let
not.
me-
I'm just being a little
Let me answer
pedantic.
it. There is an anti-BRS sentiment in the state. So there are BJP is fighting on very selected seats. Ultimately, the anti-BRS vote chooses the best alternative.
Yeah.
So look at certain seats like say Nirmal. The Congress does not exist. So look at the election as absolutely applying your logic. That is what is happening on the ground. There is a pro-BRS vote and there is an anti-BRS vote. Now, there are selected seats which are between the range of say 15, 16, where BJP is in serious contention.
So
There the Congress is not in serious contention. So if you 119 from 15, that is Congress is literally contested. So the BJP is fighting on those only 15 seats where it is converting 40% of it. So it's not cutting into the Congress vote. There the alternative for the is BJP, which is the very, very selected.
So you're
seats.
saying
What is the
particular
vote share?
seats where there is no Congress, the alternative to BRS is BJP.
Yeah.
Wherever the Congress is available, the Congress will the anti-BRS vote.
Absolutely.
But this
Right
goes
now,
back to the
currently on your
if you
screen,
go
ladies
by
and
that-
gentlemen, at the
go
edge
by
of the
that
screen,
analysis,
just quickly saying that 2 plus 7, if the BJP backs the BRS, they are at the halfway number there, 59 in Telangana. Right now, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan going to the BJP. Chhattisgarh clearly back Bhupesh Baghel, inching towards the 50 number. George Khalikur Rahman and Sardar RP Singh with us. Namaste, Jai Hind, Jai Hind. Khalikur Rahman, how would you look at the exit polls so far? On our things, we are putting the poll numbers where it looks like 2 for BJP, 1 for Congress, and 1 star is hung, Telangana, but the BRS may just go through because it can choose between the BJP and the AIMIM there. Yes. Khalikur Rahman.
See, actually, yeah, a very good evening to all my co-panelists and good evening and to all the viewers. In fact, we have just closed our polling here in Telangana, and booth-wise, I can tell you that whatever prediction and the exit poll you are showing, I think on the December 3rd, find it totally different. We are expecting something, somewhere around 90 now, because I'm having the definite figures and the trends from almost all the booths and from all the constituencies. So depending upon my insights and the intel, what I can tell you that you'll have a major shock on December 3rd. And as for the even the great concern, Greater Hyderabad, we are going to win more seats in the last election, that is to 2018. We will get minimum about 15 to 16 seats from the Greater Hyderabad. The northern Telangana is concerned. Northern Telangana, we are going to, have a clean sweep, because this election actually is fought not on any other agenda, but on the agenda of the development we have provided in this last 9.5 years to the Telangana when we took over in
Sir, with due
2014.
respect, sir, with due respect, if you are saying right now polling has finished and you breach 90, then all the pollsters have got it wrong as far as Telangana is concerned. George Kurian, Congress with its head in Telangana, but not yet in position to form government. Chhattisgarh is coming back to the Congress, but MP फंस रहा है. Rajasthan तो निकल गया. As per the poll of poll numbers.
A very good evening to everyone, viewers as well. I have some reservations here. I strongly believe that Madhya Pradesh is one state where the Congress can look for. I believe it would surpass the halfway mark on its own. Coming back to Rajasthan, there was a kind of fractionalism with Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot, so it has not played really well, and the selection of candidates from the Congress, the ICC also delayed, so that didn't look good for the party as well. Coming back to Chhattisgarh, Mr. Baghel has done relatively good work, pro-people work, and so there is a possibility that he could come back to power in Chhattisgarh, but it would be very a close fight between the Congress and the Janata Party. Coming back to Telangana, I strongly believe that no doubt that Congress has the ground support, and it has as far as the support is concerned, but it is very close fight, but it will be very difficult to kind of with confidence that the Congress is far in Telangana, because it is like it's like in Delhi, Congress defeating Aam Aadmi. Same goes like in Telangana, Congress.
So you're saying that it looks highly unlikely, but right now you are not just part as far as the poll of poll numbers are concerned in Telangana. Sardar RP Singh is getting stronger in Rajasthan. We'll come to the pollster in Rajasthan soon after getting a comment from Sardar RP Singh. But Madhya Pradesh is right on that borderline. 116 is the winning number at 116. Right now 2 seats. Chhattisgarh आप फिर भी पीछे रह गए. बघेल जी आगे निकल गए. 11 सीटों से आगे चल रहे हैं अभी.
Anand, I'm also keeping my party in Telangana, and as per my party reports goes, we are doing well in Telangana. I mean, you're the 7 is not as per, it's not matching my feedback. कुछ भी करेंगे सरकार हमारे बिना नहीं बन सकेगी तेलंगाना में. Be sure about this.
नहीं पर अगर कांग्रेस सिंगल लार्जेस्ट पार्टी सरकार कांग्रेस के साथ
मैंने ये कहा ही नहीं. मैंने कब कहा कि किसके साथ सरकार बनेगी? सरकार हमारे बिना नहीं बनेगी, ये तय है. हमारे बिना बनेगी ये तय है. और मैं अभी आपको 10 मिनट में आपको और एग्जैक्ट चीज पे आपको दे दूंगा फीडबैक.
तो एमपी हार रहे हैं, जीत रहे हैं. एमपी हार रहे हैं, छत्तीसगढ़ हार रहे हैं, जीत रहे हैं. बीजेपी के इंटरनल नंबर्स क्या हैं?
एमपी सुनिश्चित मैं कभी अभी दे रहा हूँ. एमपी सुनिश्चित जीत रहे हैं और सरकार बना रहे हैं. राजस्थान में सरकार है. छत्तीसगढ़ में अभी फीडबैक आपको और 10 मिनट दूंगा. आपका जो सर्वे है उससे मैचिंग, क्योंकि हम लोग टक्कर में है. मैं तो ये मानता हूँ छत्तीसगढ़ में टक्कर में है, परंतु राजस्थान एक तरफा इलेक्शन है. राजस्थान में तो आपके जो बिल्कुल गलत प्रूव होंगे. कांग्रेस के मेरे हिसाब से 50 सीटें नहीं आ रही, और खास कर आई वाज इन भरतपुर. We lost all 19 last time. We are winning huge Bharatpur this time, the eastern Rajasthan. So that categorically shows कि हमारा राजस्थान में एकदम मामला
एमपी में 116 का आपके हिसाब से एमपी में कितने आएंगे? मैं जल्दी पूछ रहा हूँ आपसे. एग्जिट पोल कह रहे हैं अभी तक पोल ऑफ पोल्स में कि 116 आपका नंबर है बीजेपी का. सरकार लेकिन जस्ट ऐसे पार होके
अभी नंबर मत पूछो. सरकार सुनिश्चित. Be sure about this. We are forming the government of Madhya Pradesh.
Okay, you're forming government. Rahul Shivshankar has a question.
Yeah, this is Rahul here, RP Singh ji. You said that, look, come what may, we will form the government, or the government in Telangana will not be formed without us. So are you saying that you're open to tying up with the BRS?
It's too early to say anything. No, I'm not saying right now. Let's wait for the
because
outcome.
you said that without us,
you have more.
Yeah, please.
RP Singh ji, this is Nalin Mehta here. A follow Rahul's question. I know you want to be cagey about this, but if you are support a BRS government in case they're short of the half, that would probably mean that you'd be on the same side as the party as well, because they also have been sort of giving tacit support.
Correct. Right now BRS can go along with OVC and they'll be at 58, one short of the number, or 59. That's the winning number out of 119 seats. Come with the BJP, then they are at 59 and they're just there. But the is that Telangana mein khel bahut kuch hone wala hai. We've just got news coming through from gentlemen. Please stay on with us. And this is the news, ladies and gentlemen. Ludicrous on part of the Election Commission to allow exit polls at 5. That's what KCR has come out and said. KCR is upset. He's saying, why have you allowed exit polls while people are still voting? Why are you allowing this? Listen. Yeah, gentlemen, before we chat about this, let's listen to what KTR had to say.
So don't be swayed by exit polls. The real poll results will come out on December 3rd. And those who are trying to confuse our Telangana voters are in for a huge surprise. Aroju 2018
Zaka, so this is what it is. So is this coming from a person who's worried last 1 घंटे के हमारे vote critical है सीटों के लिए, or is it a rational point that you should not have done?
I think, I mean, pollsters are also here. I think it's a point that you can't have exit poll numbers when you have 1 hour of polling left. I mean, a lot of these people could also be turning up in urban centers, like 20 seats.
Well, I think just for 30 seconds, Election Commission, I think, is living in a time warp. Because quite frankly, you have a situation, and I find this quite bizarre. You have a situation where obviously there's a moratorium, there's a fake election going on, but in another state, people are constantly on that, they are allowed to go ahead.
Yeah.
As if there are some iron curtains between states. I mean, today with social media, etc. And we've just had an example in Karnataka where an allegation has been made against Karnataka Congress for trying to influence the election in Telangana. So I don't get this. And I think that this business of sort of arbitrarily one day getting up and saying, okay, now you can go ahead with exit polls at 5 in the evening after sticking to a 6:30 is a bit strange. And
gentlemen, let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers again. And now we look at what Rajasthan is saying. Let's move to Rajasthan. Rajasthan, you can see here, the edge of green is the poll number of Rajasthan. Out of 190 and 15 going to the BJP, 71 to the Congress. Sardar R.P. Singh says, Congress को 50 भी नहीं मिल रही, हम पहुंच रहे 150 के पास. We are reaching to 150. What are the pollsters saying? Let's quickly look at it. Let's look at ETG. I'm getting out of the screen so that I can come here and show. Let's come closer and let's look at what ETG Rajasthan is saying. ETG Rajasthan has put out the numbers, and ETG Rajasthan giving the mandate to. Yes, we've put Rani Sahiba's picture there. Whether she'll be the chief minister, we don't know yet. So the number at this point is that the BJP gets more than 120 seats. So the numbers are for the ETG. So that's where
Rajasthan really implodes.
Yeah, let's stay with the Rajasthan numbers right now if we can. So, then we'll talk Rajasthan.
But the Congress is not going to back.
Yeah, this is Telangana. Telangana again a hung horse. Let's stay with Rajasthan. Yeah.
Rajasthan hold. That's not very different from the historical pattern. Every time when you swing from one BJP to the Congress, these are kind of similar numbers every time.
Congress goes down to about 40.
And that's basically true because largely both parties have a core vote base in Rajasthan.
Okay, so BJP has said that at least 125 seats for the BJP there. That's number. Let's look at what the next is saying. The next pollster comes out and says, let's put out the next number. What number do we have next? Yeah, P-Mark Rajasthan. So P-Mark Rajasthan comes in. Ooh, this is giving the mandate to the Congress party. P-Mark has given the mandate.
It's an outlier.
It's an outlier here. 125 is the higher number for the Congress party. P-Mark is saying 100 is the first past the post and the winning number, but they are saying 25 to Congress. So this is the outlier that is perhaps upping the Congress numbers overall aggregate.
I think Anand, one should also figure out who is this P-Mark. Who is this outlier? Where is the poll conducted? When was the poll conducted? Because if you get an outlier, we should have an interest in
Sir,
that.
देखिए उसमें क्या है कि किसी का एक पोल मेरे पास आया सर ये नंबर है हमने सैंपल साइज देखा 83% men 50 women in a state where women are the highest voters. I said boss I'm not this number. So that is devil lies in the details. But these are numbers की बात. Pradeep Bhandari यहाँ बैठा है.
Without vote shares, it's difficult to sort of look at. I wonder what the vote shares for all these polls are.
Now You are saying that the BJP can win up to 122. That's the
Absolutely.
band.
Yes.
But 100 to 122. 22 seats. I keep wanting to ask you, ये 22 seat का margin क्या है? Okay, so this is like hedging my bet. चलो यहाँ भी आया तो भी मैं जीत गया, वहाँ भी आया.
So if you see the overall trend, Anand, the overall trend is that BJP is forming government, but with a reduced majority than what it had done in 2013. Trend is not changing. Now, why is the majority reduced? This is a very unique election in Rajasthan. Rajasthan, historically, if you look at least from 2003, it was Vasundhara Gehlot. This time, the party has gone with a combined leadership, not with Vasundhara's face. And even if you look at it on Gehlot's significant, there is no per se solid anti-incumbency against Gehlot, but against his candidates at a lot of areas. He's not get the majority of youth vote. Rahul spoke about the vote share. If you look at vote share, the difference, like as per our vote share, the BJP is around 43 to 45. The Congress is between 40 to 42. And Rajasthan, if you look at it, then 10 is what is going to others. So a lot of BJP rebels are also finding others. For example, Yunus Khan, who has always been a BJP guy, fighting as an independent, who can win. Similarly, a lot of Congress people are also doing that.
So, okay,
Yes.
let's get Sardar RP Singh quickly on this. Zaka has got the 2013 numbers. Yeah,
2013 number. It was a runaway victory.
So Rani Sahiba
for the
factor is
BJP. 65. Congress was down to less than 60, and there was a significant vote share difference also. 4 plus 4, 8% vote share difference between two parties. And I think Pradeep may have a point there. You know, people want to see face. Chehra kaun hai? And I think the BJP, both in Madhya Pradesh and in Rajasthan, because they did not declare a chehra, I think downside.
Sardar RP Singh,
But one
Sarkar hum
in
banayenge.
in many elections, the BJP hasn't actually put out a face of, and
So I'm not
I mean, you
saying
go back to Uttar Pradesh, for example.
Uttar Pradesh.
So in the last UP election,
Last UP
Adityanath
elections.
became
So, again,
Haryana, several of these big states.
Again,
I think
so if
many
you look at it,
elections.
see, all of those are the states in the year of 2014 to 19. All these state governments were suffering significant anti-incumbency. Now, I am again saying the BJP is not projected the face in Rajasthan. That is why it is not changing the face. But it is not a sweeping victory like it used to be.
Correct. 160
Modi has made this a prestige battle where
That
he's
is why
gone
it's
and
winning.
said,
It's
you
Modi
vote.
letting the BJP win.
Correct. But increasingly the voter somewhere is also saying कि मोदी तुझसे बैर नहीं पर जो स्टेट में उसकी खैर नहीं.
Just point, just to add to Zaka's point, you look at Tripura 2018, the Bharatiya Party swept it, and look at Tripura 2023, the BJP won it, but with the reduced mandate.
Yeah, they didn't sweep it.
Yes. So if you look at places
Sir,
where it is
formula of चेहरा सरकार हम बनाएंगे लेकिन चेहरा नहीं बताएंगे past the expiry date. That's what the sentiment seems to be. चेहरा बताना पड़ेगा.
But
Sardar,
we're not saying that. We're not saying that.
Anand is there with you.
yes, he's here.
Bhandari there with you. Ask him. Okay, Pradeep, what's happening in East Rajasthan? My feedback says we are winning 15 out of 19. Last time we were 0.
So
I've just gone through my feedback, which has come to me now. If we win 15 out of 19, then it's a sweep election.
So
in Eastern Rajasthan, Bharatpur.
yeah. So Sardar RP Singh is an
Bharatpur
old
Khambak.
friend.
When I say Bharatpur, mean Bharatpur.
Sardar RP Singh, old friend. I do not deny to the trend. Now he went to Bikaner. He went to Bharatpur. Out of 19, as far as the BJP is winning 11 to 12 in the Congress 6. In Kota is where the BJP is sweeping. Out of 17, the BJP 13 and the Congress is winning 4. He spoke about the, if you look at the region, again, the BJP is winning 16. Jaipur is where the BJP is not sweeping per se, but again, leading. So the difference between RP Singh's analysis and my analysis is, he's saying that it's a runaway victory for the BJP.
Big alert, sorry, alert on the poll of polls. Forming government in Telangana as per the exit poll of polls. 60 seats for the Congress in Telangana, BRS 48. Khalikur Rahmanji, exit pollsters, as the numbers are flying 6:30 p.m. by 7 p.m. final number should come for Telangana. It looks like the Congress seems to have the mandate in Telangana. So,
if you continue this debate for 1.5 hours, then I think the kind of figures you are getting, Congress will touch 100 according to you.
No, it is not, sir, it is not our figures. News 18 is not conducting, an exit poll.
No.
It's a poll of poll. Aggregate all the exit pollsters, sir.
No, let me tell you very honestly, because see, we are all very seasoned politicians who are all here. We are all very seasoned political analysts, and you are a seasoned anchor. So we have, even in the past also, we have the exit polls, and we can't go by the exit poll because there are various factors which are not considered.
I'm just going to. Sorry, sir. Once again, I've got the axis number for Rajasthan. This is interesting, and the reason I'm writing it down is because this again seems to be a bit of an odd number from what we're seeing elsewhere. So for the BJP, they're saying 80 to 100. Okay, axis for BJP 80 to 100. For Congress, 86 to 106. Now, this is something worth talking about, Sanjay ji. I mean, this is supposedly the pollster whose reputation is in the market. He is saying, he seems to be the outlier now. He's saying Congress 86 to 106 in Rajasthan and BJP 80 to 100.
But if you look at the two numbers, right, because BJP could end up with say 92, then also, and Congress can also end up with 94.
No, but no one is saying so far that Congress is ahead of Rajasthan. No other poll is saying.
Except for PMARC.
Yeah.
So now there is not only one outlier. We can say that two outliers. But I think you look at the big picture. The big picture is it is a close election. It's not going to be a victory either for the BJP or for the Congress, and that is the point we have been saying, that it is not turning out to be an election.
Let's be very honest with the manner in which the BJP goes into government formation. This is a loss for the Congress party. If you're going to have a margin of 80 to 100 and 86 to 106, and you do math on it and you get out a median number, so that's 94 and 92, that is fundamentally a big problem for the Congress party.
No, but
They're not
that is
coming
also
back.
bucking the trend of Rajasthan. Rajasthan never traditionally votes. When it votes en masse, doesn't it?
That's true, but I'm just saying that this suggests that the BJP's got its in front. So there is definite anti-incumbency, and the Congress is coming back.
So
Just yeah.
So I remember 2018 Rajasthan election when we predicted, and at that time everyone was saying sweeping, and we said Congress will get less than 100 and got 99.
90.
See, with why do I say it will not be neck and neck, but a victory for the BJP more than 100? Because Rajasthan definitely votes on caste. Now, Gujarat had voted en masse to the Congress last time.
Yes.
This time they are not getting. Other OBCs, the Mali, Sainis, and all were traditionally with. They are traditionally with the
So
Congress.
you're saying the more things change, they remain the same.
So
Two
that
elections have told you that there is no sweeping mandate, even though the government is changing.
The government is changing.
Yeah.
The BJP is not falling as less than. If you look at, I'll give you another example. If that was the scenario, go to Jodhpur. In Jodhpur, in the district of Jodhpur, Ashok Gehlot, it's not Congress with more than 6-7 seats. The BJP is getting it out. And Kota is where the BJP literally sweeps it. That is where there is no sentiment of Congress. This is where the BJP is edging ahead in
Well,
this.
I've got some historical
Yes.
data looking at 3 elections or 4 elections. The BJP is very strong in 28 seats. That it's won 3 consecutive times, those 20 seats. The Congress, the BJP is strong with 77. That means it's won 2 out of 3 since 2008. And look at this number. The Congress is strong in only 5.
Yeah.
So it has only won 5 seats 3 times consecutively. And it is 53 seats, which is it's never won 53
Yes.
seats.
That's the story for BJP and Congress even in Madhya Pradesh.
Madhya Pradesh.
That's
If you
precisely
look at
what
the
I'm
last,
saying.
if you look at the last 3 assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh, there are almost 67 seats BJP has won for 2 elections.
So that's what I'm saying, sir.
And for the same numbers for the Congress, 17 or 18 seats.
No,
Which
he's got
tells you-
something interesting. 2018.
You that no incumbency
you're
advantage
saying that
at all for the Congress party.
is the
tells you
vote
that.
share difference just 1% in Rajasthan also?
This is from 2018, so we don't know the vote share. Vote share has
Saying historically, is that vote share swing that happens in Rajasthan is also only 1%?
generally it's in the 1 to 2% range. Yes, of course, it's a wave election like we saw in 2013 where BJP got 160.
So
where
1
there
to
is a significant
2%
vote
vote share. Now, Sardar RP Singh, aap kya karte? George Kurian, Congress in the mix again in Rajasthan. As far as 2 pollsters.
Well, as far as Rajasthan is concerned,
Now,
I believe.
Anand,
George Kurian and then RP Singh. Yeah, George Kurian.
Well, Anand, as far as Rajasthan is concerned, I strongly believe that Congress party could have done it the right way. Because there were many mistakes that the AICC has committed here, because candidature selection, be it the factionalism between certain all these factors have played not in favor of the Congress party. So, and strongly believe, so these are the for the Congress party, not because otherwise the policies or was pro people, and there is no reason for Congress party not to come back. But because of the Congress party, putting up candidates till the last moment, and the factionalism which Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot has also played not played well for the Congress.
Right, right. Sardar RP Singh, as far as Telangana is concerned, you are moving from 1 to 5, not a significant up. Congress is 60, bottom of the screen, poll of poll numbers for Telangana. Congress in form government in Telangana. As far as these exit poll aggregates are concerned, poll of poll numbers are concerned, ladies and gentlemen. Does this reflect on the day of the result? We'll have to wait and watch. Chhattisgarh Congress government as of now at 49 seats, nearly 50. So poll of poll numbers, Congress back in power. So they hold sway. In Rajasthan, BJP, and in Madhya Pradesh, the BJP has numbers. BJP has its nose ahead in both the states. Rajasthan comfortable, in Madhya Pradesh just so. Sardar RP Singh, mark numbers and the access numbers, would you agree, disagree with those numbers? Give the mandate to the Congress party in Rajasthan.
Again, Anand, I don't have the data for the complete which has come from my party. I was in Bharatpur belt and we lost 19, and as per my figure goes, which is we are winning 15 out of those 19 this time, although there was a rebel in one of the, but in rebel in two of the seats, but even we are winning 15. So my input says that we are doing a swing. But as far Madhya Pradesh goes, I need a little check on this. There were 72 seats where there was more than 80% percentage of women. 80% women voted. That's an indicator that right, Madhya Pradesh is swinging. Just have it checked. I was going through the data which is coming to me. 52 seats, 80% women voted. They came and voted, which shows that yes, the schemes which there has been announced, Shivraj Singh Chauhan are doing their dent and making their
those
dent.
80% of 50% of the votes. So that we have to wait and see if the women have voted, and we don't even know if all women have come out and voted in large numbers only for Shivraj Singh Chauhan. That's what the BJP is hoping and praying. But the Congress is also feeling that they've also made significant promises, Kamal Nath, and they have also come. So we have to wait and watch. We are looking by what the pollsters have done. Important point would be to understand what's the sample breakup as far as gender is concerned. Gender comes into play more than caste or anything, ladies and gentlemen. It is, the gender is skewed towards one particular gender, the results could be affected. We'll call for the multi-poll polls state-wise. We'll one state at a time. The moment they are ready, we will go to them one at a time. The moment they are ready, multi-state state poll polls. Now, these are the numbers, and this is how they stand. MP 116 out of 230. That's the poll number in favor of BJP. BJP forming government as of now in MP as per the poll on the day of the exit polls. Rajasthan, again, BJP comfortably ahead. 2 for Rajasthan out of the 4 states that we're talking about. Mizoram, again, there will be a change in government, but it's the regional parties that will come into play. Telangana, once again, it is a shift there. Bag of the Congress party. Chhattisgarh, Congress retains 2 out of these 4 key states. Is this possible on result live? Nalin Mehta.
I think this is possible. Look, I think Telangana is still up for grabs because there are 2 ways of looking at Telangana, right? One is that everybody's hedging. ये आर या पार होगा या तो 50 सीट होंगी या 70 सीट होंगी, right? That's one thing at Telangana. That every pollster is kind of hedging their bet and so on. Telangana, I think, is too close to call at the moment. I think it's too close to call. Remember where last time BJP had a higher vote share than Congress, but lesser seats. Now, when you have that kind of close share, it's almost impossible to predict the seat share. It's a mathematical calculation which is well within the margin of error. So I think Madhya Pradesh is very open. Telangana is also open at the moment, but it could well, like Rahul is saying.
If you're saying that these are open elections, I mean, this is a massive, sorry to say this, disappoint people, a vote for Modi. He's on the ticket in 3 states.
Rahul,
in Chhattisgarh, in Rajasthan, and in Madhya Pradesh. Look, let's just look at it. Last election, these 3 states went willy-nilly to the Congress party. If they're not retaining them, then what is this Hawa that we are talking about? This anti-incumbency that But even at the national
I
level.
agree, Rahul. See, you're right. In the last 2018, the Congress won all these contests.
Yes.
One Rajasthan, one Madhya Pradesh, and Telangana.
Okay, two
and
states.
Chhattisgarh.
Chhattisgarh or Rajasthan? Polar polls, multipolar polls. Which do you want to look at first?
Madhya
Vote is
Pradesh.
out. Huh? No, I'm saying
No, we have
Chhattisgarh or
between
Rajasthan.
Rajasthan and
Rajasthan. Go with
Rajasthan. Let's go with Rajasthan.
Okay.
So let's look at Rajasthan. Let's call Rajasthan, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try and look at Rajasthan, the multipolar polls. This is how the number. Now, let me go to the other side so everybody has a look and I can everybody. So, Jan ki baat, 100 to 122. Let's look at the upper numbers, okay, for all parties. 122, 125, 128 and 90. So this is my India, which says 90. ETG is saying, so we've not kept our PMARC here. Then, so we got the PMARC numbers when we put it out. So PMARC has also given the mandate to the BJP.
So basically,
we
only
stand-
Axis is the
so only
outlier, all
Axis
other
is the
polls are saying
outlier.
that,
Axis is the outlier, which says
will
86
lead.
to the Congress party, but still not past the post.
Correct.
81, 85. Others, 15, 15, 20. These others come into play if this scenario happens. This come into play if this scenario happens. Else, it is all the way to the
BJP. Directionally, I think BJP is in
Yeah,
Rajasthan.
the
I think
trend line seems to be that
I'm fairly confident the outlier will not happen. I think the trend seems to be BJP will win. Whether it wins by 110 or 130, that's a.
even if the outlier were to happen, Zaka, I mean, let's be honest. The BJP will fancy making government there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
It'll fancy its chances.
And even in the others are 13. But Rajasthan has historically had 13, 15.
No, this is a massive
others.
pro-Modi
You are right. I mean,
mandate.
BJP.
Will you say
would
it's a
obviously
pro-Modi
in the
mandate
Madhya
or an anti-Congress mandate in Rajasthan? Is it a massive pro-mandate or an anti-Congress mandate? Picking up from Rao Shankar that this is PM Modi is on the ticket. वहाँ पे कोई CM का चेहरा, Modi was the person, star campaigner, PM was the captain. Now here in this case, is it an anti-Congress mandate in Rajasthan or a mandate? How do you look at it? Sanjay ji.
At the moment, we are only discussing the trends from the poll. I am not in a position to conclude whether it is pro-Modi mandate or an anti-Gehlot or anti-Congress mandate, because at the moment it's not clear whether, yes, from this we get a sense that most likely BJP is ahead of Congress, most likely BJP should be able to get a majority. That's the case, then certainly,
I think we've got two big voices from Rajasthan. The leader of opposition, Raghavendra Rathore, and Mahesh Joshi, minister, is also there. Namaste, Jai Hind, gentlemen. आप दोनों को नमस्ते. यहाँ मैं आनंद नरसिम्हन हूँ, मेरे साथ जाका जेकब और राहुल शिवशंकर हैं. और जी, मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ, ऐसा लग रहा है कि जनता का मैंडेट बीजेपी के पक्ष में आ रहा है, लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है. 100 के पार है, 109 पे अभी दिखा रहा है ओवरऑल.
आप देखिए, ये देखिए आपका एक अनुमान है. हम लोगों ने राजस्थान को नापा है पिछले 6 महीनों के अंदर अलग अलग कार्यक्रम, चाहे वो परिवर्तन यात्रा हो, जन आक्रोश यात्रा हो, और मैं कह सकता हूं कि ये जो आपका अनुमान, इससे बेहतर कहीं भारतीय जनता पार्टी का प्रदर्शन रहेगा और भारतीय जनता पार्टी प्रचंड बहुमत से इस सरकार बना रही है. आपका अनुमान से परे हटकर आगे जाकर मैं कह सकता हूं.
एक बात ये कही जा रही है क्योंकि मुख्यमंत्री चेहरा साफ घोषित नहीं किया, इसीलिए 2013 जैसा नहीं होगा आपके पास. 100-150 पार, क्योंकि रानी साहिबा को आपने किया, किसी को आगे नहीं किया. आप क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, हमारे पास दुनिया के सबसे प्रिय नेता का चेहरा है, इसलिए इसकी आवश्यकता नहीं. पूरी कैंपेनिंग में हमें इस चीज की महसूस भी नहीं हुआ कि हमारा कोई चेहरा या चेहरा नहीं है. ये महसूस हुआ कि कांग्रेस का शासन नहीं था, ये लूट और झूठ की सरकार चलती रही और इन्होंने जितनी योजनाएं बनाई वो आभासी योजनाएं थी. सपने जरूर बेचे इन्होंने, बना जरूर की, पर जनता ने उनको नकारा है, सिरे से नकारा है. और दहशतगर्दी की जिंदगी में जीने वाले राजस्थान के लोगों ने फैसला.
जोशी जी, आप क्या कहेंगे? क्योंकि एक्सिस को छोड़कर कोई को मत नहीं दे रहा है और एक्सिस भी कह रहा है कि आप 100 पार नहीं करेंगे, 96 रोकेंगे.
देखिए, एग्जिट पोल पहले भी गलत साबित होते आए हैं और आम गलत साबित होते हैं. एग्जिट पोल में किसी का कुछ लगा नहीं होता है. एग्जिट पोल गलत हो गए तो जो पोल नतीजे देने वाले होते हैं एजेंसी, उनका कुछ नहीं बिगड़ता. फिर अगला चुनाव कोई आता है, एग्जिट पोल फिर नए सिरे से देते। तो कुल मिला के मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ, जिस तरीके से पहले एग्जिट नकारे गए हैं, उसी तरीके से ये एग्जिट पोल नकारे जाएंगे। राठौड़ जी की इस बात से सहमत हूँ। इन एग्जिट पोल पर विश्वास किया जा सकता, वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की बात कर, मैं कांग्रेस की बात कर रहा हूँ। मैं कांग्रेस बनाएगी इस बात का मैं भी दावा कर रहा हूँ। और आप ये एग्जिट पोल 3 तारीख को गलत साबित होंगे। पहले कर्नाटक में गलत हुए, पहले मध्य प्रदेश में गलत साबित हुए, राजस्थान में गलत साबित हुए। तो इसी तरीके से इस बार फिर ये एग्जिट पोल
तो अगर कांग्रेस सरकार में आ रही है तो वो प्रो गहलोत वोट है कि एंटी मोदी वोट है?
वो कांग्रेस के कामों का वोट है, सरकार के कामों का, गहलोत सरकार के कामों का वोट है, हमारी मेहनत का वोट है। कोई अकेली कोई एक पार्टी जिस परिवर्तन यात्रा की जिस जन आक्रोश यात्रा की बात राठौड़ साहब की, उसमें न तो कोई जन था, न कोई आक्रोश था, न कोई परिवर्तन की लहर थी। इसलिए मैं कह सकता हूं दावे के साथ कि आपका 3 तारीख को कांग्रेस के बारे में जो आप बढ़त की बात कर रहे हैं, कांग्रेस बढ़त लेगी, स्पष्ट बहुमत हासिल करेगी और राज्य बार फिर से जनता की सेवा करने के लिए सरकार बनाएगी।
राठौड़ जी, आप क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, शेख चिल्ली के देखने का अधिकार तो है इनको। पिछली बार जिस प्रकार इन्होंने किसी एक के दम पर अपने कैंपेन को आगे बढ़ाकर उसको पूरे 5 साल तक बेचते गए चले गए, इस बार सबसे पहला बदला तो उसी वोटर्स ने, गुजर मतदाता पोलराइज होकर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पक्ष में खड़ा हो गया। और मैं ये कह सकता हूं कि नौजवान इस बार के भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ खड़ा था। उसके पेपर एक वाले इस गिरोह के रूप में कांग्रेस को उसने आइडेंटिफाई किया। और ये जो बातें महेश जी कह रहे हैं, ये तो हाथ कंगन को आरसी क्या, पढ़े लिखों को फारसी क्या मालूम पड़ जाएगा और ये बात आ जाएगी।
जोशी जी,
मैं राजेंद्र राठौड़ जी की बात से सहमत हूं कि हाथ कंगन को, पढ़े लिखे को फारसी क्या, 3 तारीख को सारी बातें सामने आ जाए। जिन बातों का राजेंद्र राठौड़ जी जिक्र कर रहे हैं उसके अंदर कतई कोई सच्चाई नहीं है। आप बताइए, पेपर ऐसा कौन सा राज्य है, ऐसी कौन से केंद्र का डिपार्टमेंट है जब पेपर लीक नहीं हुए, लेकिन कार्रवाई आज तक सिर्फ और सिर्फ राजस्थान, इसके अलावा कभी कोई कार्रवाई राज्य में नहीं हुई, केंद्र सरकार ने कार्रवाई नहीं करी। इसलिए मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, मैं भी ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि मुंगरी लाल के जो हसीन सपने हैं,
यहाँ प्रश्न ये पूछा जा रहा है कि तेलंगाना कांग्रेस कह रही है पेपर लीक हुए इसीलिए सरकार को सबक सिखाओ।
एक नहीं,
आप कह रहे हैं राजस्थान में पेपर लीक हुए, हमने कार्रवाई की इसीलिए सरकार को
हमने कार्रवाई करी। तेलंगाना सरकार बताए कार्रवाई करी, कौन सा कानून बनाया, किन लोगों को सजा।
अच्छा, मैं आपसे आग्रह,
कानून
ये विनम्र अनुरोध कि 3 तारीख को आप हमारे साथ वापस जुड़े, लेकिन इससे जाने से पहले दोनों से आग्रह करूंगा, आपका नंबर क्या है? आपको क्या लगता है कांग्रेस कितने जीतेगी?
कांग्रेस स्पष्ट बहुमत हासिल करेगी।
तो 100 और 110 के बीच का आंकड़ा माने?
हाँ, बिल्कुल मानिएगा और लगभग यही आंकड़ा रहेगा।
राठौड़ साहब,
बीजेपी के
130 प्लस
130 प्लस
130 महेश जी, यस सर।
मिलेंगे राठौड़ साहब को, बात करेंगे, जरूर बात करेंगे।
चाहे जो भी हो,
जरूर मिलेंगे।
चाहे जो भी जीते, जब मिलेंगे तब जलेबी कचौरी खाएंगे। तब तक के लिए नमस्ते, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
तैयार
धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अच्छा, we've got to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. There's lots to talk about. The poll of polls of Madhya Pradesh coming up because BJP has surged to 120. Yes, 124 on the poll of polls. When we come with us. Congress agree that this could happen around, that there is anti-insurgency, but the BJP stands to gain, but not enough to beat the Congress party.
I think generally there is an agreement. I would agree that yes, BJP is gaining compared to 2018 assembly election. Congress will be down compared to 2018 assembly election, but at least I am not in a position to do the kind of disaggregate analysis many people are able to do, going by district based on a exit poll or an opinion poll data. I want to wait for 3rd of December to come up with those detailed analysis. Yes, but yes, general agreement. BJP is on the up, Congress is down, but the gap still remains that Congress should be able to win election in
But
Chhattisgarh.
what are the factors at work? Let's get a sense of this. What are the factors at work in this election, Nalin? Yes.
So in Chhattisgarh, to me, look, I think as far as Baghel is concerned, he has delivered a welfare model, Congress, and his personal popularity is not anti-incumbency against him personally. It's against the regime, which is also true for Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh.
Sorry, quick flash update. Ladies and gentlemen, are you watching the screens? This is the bottom because more pollsters are coming in, more numbers are coming in. I said there could be a change, there will be a revision in Telangana, and that revision reflecting on the screen. The mega poll of polls, right now the poll of poll number on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, the Congress is slipping, the BS is gaining, it's gotten into the 50s, it's 52, just 8 of that magic number of 60 to win as far as the exit poll numbers are concerned. IMIM becoming one more seat, BJP slipping 3 seats, lot is changing even in the exit poll scenarios, overall aggregate pollsters.
Telangana numbers will change. Make on Telangana. The more the BJP goes up, problems for the Congress. More it comes down, the BRS.
No, it's actually, correct.
So, that's what we need to keep looking at.
Correct. So now they are neck and neck, and the BRS are neck and neck. BJP goes down, then the BRS continues to increase, and Congress also is a steady
not very
BJP goes up, Congress goes down.
Pradeep, you did a post poll there in Telangana.
Yes.
Was it an easy or difficult state to there are multiple players?
So if you look at our numbers in Telangana, the Jan Ki Baat poll, overall there is a sentiment of change in Telangana, but the BRS is able to hold a lot of cadre vote in North Telangana. So if you look at it, if you divide again Telangana, the districts of Warang and neighboring districts, that is where the Congress party is sweeping it. Congress is getting the majority youth vote in Telangana, and the BRS is able to hold the vote of voters beyond 55 years of age. So I'll give you an example. Even constituencies of, say, KTR constituency, which was won with more than 1 lakh of margin, you see a increase in margin even in that seat when we polled, which is there. So overall,
1 lakh margin is a huge
margin.
It
is not losing for sure.
A huge margin to bridge.
Yes, but it is
contesting from 2 seats now. Gajwel is
yes, even in Gajwel,
the
margin of loss and victory is less than 1,000. And let me give just another 10 seconds. Yeah. If you go 1 kilometer away from Silla, that is the constituency which is Vemlugara. In that constituency, in a trap contest, again the Congress party leads. So there is overall a sentiment of the BRS is able to hold areas where its cadre is very strong. I will not be surprised.
Pradeep, if you're giving the BJP between 7 and 13, I don't think the Congress is going to get the that you're sort of.
So Rahul, again,
how does this work?
Yeah. So again, difference. If you look
if there is anti-incumbency, it would go to the Congress.
His argument is that the Congress vote will come at the cost of the BJP. BJP's come at the cost of Congress.
No. His argument is not that. If you look at
I'm saying your argument. I'm saying your argument.
Yeah, because if there is anti-incumbency, a voter will vote for a party that will actually affect. Not
but I think
third
one of the points that Pradeep made, I think, is a valid one. This is 20 seats, 20 seats.
Yeah.
But you look at North Hyderabad and South of Hyderabad.
Yes.
You know, these are constituencies where in the Lok Sabha, the BJP got 4 MPs from North of Hyderabad, Nizamabad, Adilabad, Asifabad, that place where polarization can. Whereas in Assembly, because the BJP is not that big a player, those votes go to the BRS. Again, in South, the problem for the Congress is they're only valid or they're only strong in the eastern part of the state, Nalgonda, that belt. They need to start making inroads in rural parts. Let's say the north, as Pradeep was saying, the north is a stronghold.
That's what I'm saying.
What about the south?
But you're absolutely right. Because if the voters are looking for change, why would they want to waste their vote? Being in any way prejudicial to the BJP, I'm sure it's run a strong campaign. But chances are that the voters would go to the Congress.
To the Congress because the Congress has been in power there in the past, and that's the alternative to the BRS. Yeah.
It's a very valid question.
Sorry, I'm not.
No, you are
just being a little.
There is an anti-BRS sentiment in the state. So there are BJP fighting on very selected seats. So ultimately, the anti-BRS vote chooses the best alternative.
Yeah.
So if you look at certain seats, Nirmal, the Congress does not exist. So you look at the election as absolutely applying your logic. That is what is happening on the ground. That there is a pro-BRS vote and anti-BRS vote. Now, there are selected seats, Anand, which are in the range of say 15, 16, where the BJP is in serious contention. So the Congress is not in serious contention. So if you subtract 119 from 15, that is where the Congress is literally contesting. So the BJP is fighting those only 15 seats where it is converting 40% of it. So it's not the Congress vote. There, the alternative for the anti-BRS is BJP, which is the
So you're saying particular seats where there is no Congress, the alternative to BRS BJP, wherever the Congress is available, the Congress will pull the anti-BRS vote. Right now, currently on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the screen, just quickly saying that 52 plus 7, if BJP backs the BRS, they are at the halfway number there, 59 in Telangana. Right now, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan going to BJP, Chhattisgarh clearly back with Bhupesh Baghel, inching towards the 50 number. George Kurian, Khalikur Rahman and RP Singh with us. Namaste, Jai Hind, gentlemen. Khalikur Rahman, to look at the exit polls so far on our screens, we are putting the poll numbers where it looks like 2 for BJP, 1 for Congress, and 1 so far is hung. Telangana, but the BRS may just go through irrespective of, because it can choose between BJP and the AIMIM there. Yes. Khalikur Rahman.
See, actually, very.
It's the battle for the states, 5 states pushing, casting their, and of course the semi-final before the final, Lok Sabha 2024. 2-2 is the story right now. If you can see the mega polls, the edges of the screens line up the story of the 4 important states, ladies and gentlemen, and the BJP is taking Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh hands down. Clear, superb runaway, solid comeback in for Bhupesh Baghel-led Congress there, and of course, war performance by the Congress party as per the exit pollsters in Telangana. Talk about all the stories right now. Let's focus our attention on Rajasthan. Quickly bringing you up to speed on the multi-poll and the polar poll number of 109. How did we get to that number? This is with us in the studio. Chandrashekar Rao, Shiv Shankar, and Nalin Mehta. Stay. Let's look at it. Jan Ki Baat giving the mandate to the BJP 122, 128 and 100. This is Access My India. And these numbers have been revised now. So the numbers have been revised now. So 85, 81, 72 and the upper end is 106. If you look at it overall, the Access My India, the only one which says the Congress will be past 100. Is this going to stay? Is this going to happen? We'll have to wait and watch. We just have Balaknath ji, the from Alwar. Balaknath ji, namaste. Exit polls कह रहे हैं कि बीजेपी को 100 से ज्यादा सीटें मिल रही हैं राजस्थान में। आपका
मिलेंगी और 125 ज्यादा को मिलेगी और ये भाव से भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मतदान, और राजस्थान की जनता आतुर है भारतीय जनता पार्टी को के लिए अपने आगे की विकास की यात्रा को ले जाने, राजस्थान की जनता को रक्षा, सुरक्षा और प्रशासनिक बेहतर व्यवस्थाएं देने के लिए।
बालकनाथ जी, क्या आप कहेंगे कि जो एक 13 में जिस तरह की विक्ट्री हुई थी, 165 सीटें मिली मुझे ठीक से याद है, और 109 इस बार, आप कह रहे हैं कि मैसिव एंटी इनकम्बेंसी है, गहलोत सरकार के खिलाफ बहुत जमीन पर प्रॉब्लम्स है, उनको लोगों में एक रुझान है बीजेपी की ओर, और फिर 109 सीटों का आंकड़ा, ये आप मानते हैं कि ये ठीक है?
ये आपका आकलन है, हमारा आकलन 125 प्लस का है।
पर 125 भी आपको लगता है क्योंकि आपने मुख्यमंत्री नहीं बताया, रानी साहिबा को आगे नहीं किया, इसीलिए आपको थोड़ा नुकसान देखना पड़ रहा है?
देखिए, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री ही सब कुछ है, और आज न केवल देश, पूरी दुनिया उन पर विश्वास है, उनकी कार्यशैली पर, और उनका जिस प्रकार से भाव जनता के प्रति सेवा का और देश को आगे ले जाने का है, ये पूरी दुनिया को और भारत को स्पष्ट है। उनकी नीति, उनकी रीति और उनके उद्देश्य पर पूरी जनता आज उनके साथ में, उनके ऊपर विश्वास कर, क्योंकि नेतृत्व माने प्रधानमंत्री जी का है, और उन्हीं के मार्गदर्शन में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की प्रत्येक प्रदेश की सरकारें हो, जनता पार्टी सांसद है, हर उनके दिशा निर्देश करता है, और कोई संदेह की कोई दिक्कत वाली बात
कि एक प्रो मोदी मैंडेट होगा। बालकनाथ जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आपके साथ नेटवर्क जैसी ठीक होता है फिर से जुड़ने की कोशिश करेंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच। Jaka, we seem to have
Right. For me, the most interesting is the battle for Telangana. I don't think position to call Telangana yet. None of the exit pollsters are giving a direct trend, but some say that the Congress seems to have an edge. This is the vote as it stands. Jan Ki Baat saying Congress 39%, BRS 38%. P Mark saying Congress 43%, BRS 39%. PSG, it's the other way around, 40% BRS, 39% Congress. Matriz is saying 43% Congress, 2% BRS. So out of the 4 polls, 3 are saying directionally the Congress seems to have a slight edge. Uttam Kumar Reddy, PCC chief, also currently the candidate from Huzur Nagar. Mr. Reddy, I don't know if this is good news or bad news, because you guys, the Congress, saying in the last few days, there's a wave, bye-bye case and so on. But none of the polls are suggesting that. Even the poll of polls number is 50 to Congress and 48 to BRS. That's not a wave election.
My own perception, I must just tell you that I have won 6 elections in a, this is my 7th election, that these polls don't reflect the amount of weight on the ground. My own feeling is that the number will be 70 to 75 for the Congress, comfortable for the government. And these, like you said, these give a directional trend. But in my opinion, actual numbers of the Congress will be between 70 to 75.
Gives you that kind of confidence. Congress has not got more than 35 since the state got formed. Last time you were down to less than 20. So from 20 to go to 75, that has a massive swing. And none of the polls are showing that kind of a swing. 5-6% swing if you have to go from 20 seats to 75 seats.
Okay, I must tell you one thing, that on the ground, that there is a lot of anti-incumbency. Plus, traditionally the Congress has had a infrastructure in cadre strength in Telangana. Right now, even when we lost elections, we were always at about 30% polling in both 2014 and 2018. And I was the president of the party in 2018. Then, of course, I think there were mistakes on our side, and we didn't make it. This last year or 2 years, I have noticed a perceptible, serious anti-incumbency, anti-feeling, the corruption, the massive corruption, the territorial trend was seeping into the public. Congress also, the Gandhi family has a special place in the heart of Telangana people with their Telangana, and also from the time of Mrs. Indira Gandhi, always an emotional appeal is there. And Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra, anti-incumbency, our 6 guarantees, a combination of factors, opinion is propelling us to a definite, clear majority.
All right, Reddy, we'll leave it at that. We'll see. Please do join us again on the 3rd of December when the results actually come. These are exit polls. These are not the actual results. But Nistula is here as well. If this happens, if the Congress manages to win Telangana after Karnataka, 6 months, what sort of a big deal is that?
It is a huge deal, Zaka. I think it's a huger deal than when the Congress got all 3 states in last time round, the carousel that we had. Because Telangana, the moment the Karnataka results were out, we had carried a story, and it was extremely evident that a lot of people who are going to move to the BJP decided to stay with the Congress, because they realized that now the party would have the financial wherewithal. It's a very expensive state election. So they found out that, okay, now the party can finance an election, and then they got their team together, put up a very good campaign. If they win, it means that both the big rich states, Telangana and Karnataka, will be in the Congress's kitty. They will have some ease of resources while going into 2024. So that will, of course, be that keeps party cadre leaders, everybody interested. And two, and a less sort of a cynical suggestion, that it also will show that a lot of the Muslim community has cut away from BRS, AIMIM, and decided to go with the Congress, whether they have put up as many candidates or not, like they did in Karnataka, that this is a trend. But they have another flip side to it, because then the Congress alliance partners will have.
Why don't we ask Adil Hussain of the AIM with us? Last time around 7 seats, this time around 6 seats as far as of poll aggregate is concerned. Adil Hussain ji, namaste. How would you respond to what Nistula Hebar was saying?
सर ठीक है सर, वी डोंट इट्स जस्ट वेट फॉर कांग्रेस में इतनी हिम्मत नहीं रही, कांग्रेस के में इतनी हिम्मत नहीं रही कि चंद्रयान गुट्टा याकूतपुरा बहादुरपुरा आए और वहां सरकार बना रहा। अच्छी बात है, आज कोई भी सरकार बना सकता है, लेकिन 3 तारीख को इंशाल्लाह एमआईएम जिसको साथ दिया, जिसको समर्थन किया, वही सरकार बनाएगा। कांग्रेस अपनी चिंता करे कि छत्तीसगढ़ में, मध्य प्रदेश में क्या होगा, राजस्थान में क्या होगा, सचिन टीएस देव क्या करेंगे, कांग्रेस इसकी चिंता करे। कौन विधायक कहां बिकेंगे, कांग्रेस इसकी चिंता करे। कोई कांग्रेस का पुराना इतिहास है बिकने का, ये कांग्रेस क्या करेगी आप वो सोचे। यहाँ तो बिकने का हो जाता है।
आदिल जी, मैं बस ये जानना चाहूंगा, क्या आप इस बात से सरप्राइज्ड हैं कि वोट शेयर में भी हो रहा है और बीआरएस अब 50 तक भी नहीं है और कांग्रेस अभी ओवरऑल एग्रीगेट में अगर तो 60 सीटों पर, यानी सरकार वो बना सकते हैं बिना किसी की मदद के?
सर ये ठीक है, अभी तो ये एग्जिट पोल है, तो 5 बजे चुनाव खत्म हुआ, अभी सब बूथ पेटी लोग आ रहे हैं, ग्राउंड में क्या है, अभी बीआरएस का ग्राउंड में क्या है, रूरल में क्या है। वेरिएंट क्रेन सब तो परसों चले गए थे, जो दिल्ली से आए थे, जो दूसरे जगह थे। टीआरएस यहाँ की मकामी पार्टी है, यहाँ 10 साल की एंटी इनकम रहती है, तो थोड़ा 19-20 होता है। इतना कांग्रेस तो जश्न
discussing Telangana. GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP is also joining us. He's also from Andhra Pradesh, and Uttam Kumar Reddy is still with us. Pratap Kacharyavas, Rajasthan cabinet minister, is also joining us. First things first, let's start with the state that's closest home for you, Telangana. The poll of polls number is Congress 60, BRS 40, BJP 5. What is your first reaction to that?
The exit polls have been giving Telangana to Congress in the earlier elections also. If you recall, in 2018 assembly polls also, the Congress more or less that they had won Telangana. A number of opinion exit polls put the Congress party not just in the lead, but gave them a mandate. Because traditionally, combined Pradesh is a region where Congress has always had substantial vote share, but not been able to do well either in the Lok Sabha elections in 2014 and 2019, nor in assembly elections in 2018. So always the Congress party is over projected in the polls, and the actual performance is significantly lower than what they actually what are projected in polls. So I don't see Congress winning or even being ahead in Telangana, but we'll wait and see what results are on the 3rd of December.
Mr. Rao, this is Rahul Shah. Hi, how are you? Just very quickly, let's look at Telangana once and looking at the details. Do you believe that the Congress party somewhere, perhaps, I don't know, because they seem to have, at least as far as these trends are concerned, they look as if they're going to come back. I mean, they're going to win this election. Do you think two of their big promises, number one, the competitive relief politics that they've played, and most importantly, they attacked the BRS for being in cahoots at the national level and at the state level. Do you think, if you were just to go by these numbers, do you think this is an indication the public has sort of supported that?
I don't think so, Rahul. I was there for a few days in earlier in Karnataka, and people have seen how those so guarantees have never been implemented in Karnataka. So there is a credibility problem for the Congress party. The biggest that Congress faces is one, lack of credibility, two, the tag of corruption, three, it has always been the party which ruled United Andhra Pradesh for most period. So about 12, 13 years or 15 years of TDP, it has always been the Congress which ruled Telangana. And every that really, all underdevelopment of Telangana, the blame has to be and will be laid at the doorstep of the Congress party.
Two quick follow-up questions. Number one, do you believe that the state formation issue still remains alive? Number one. Number two, just look at the larger picture. You can see a screen, and you can see in the Hindi heartland, at least going by the general trend of these polls, the BJP seems to be doing very well in Rajasthan. In Chhattisgarh, it's a one-sided race at all. So you've been able to pull Congress party. What is the larger message that you're going to read to these, into these predicted, projected numbers if they hold true?
Yeah, with that caveat that if these hold true, I think this would mean that there is see, rather I would definitely compare with the outcome of this election with the election in 2018. In 2018, with a very negative result in 3 states, we still managed to tally in 2019 Lok Sabha polls. And if numbers that you are projecting to be true, it would only mean that the BJP in 24 will come back with still a bigger number.
Kamru Chaudhary is also there with us of the Congress. GV Narasimha Rao, if these numbers hold for the Hindi heartland, you've got a big problem.
I don't know because I'm not a cephalogist or what you call this, the predictor or an astrologer, but whatever the ground reports show, it's going to be a repeat of the Punjab elections, where in the Punjab there was a very big what you call this, one for a change in the Punjab elections, and around 1 voters voted for the Aam Aadmi Party. They did not reject Congress, but they voted wholesomely for a change. In also the same issue is here. They are voting for a change. Now here comes a very interesting factor out here. BJP at its best by bringing in Himanta Biswa Sharma, Yogi, Narendra Modi ji, Amit Shah, all went to Telangana and tried to polarize the elections to its hill. But they failed miserably. You see in your numbers only some 3-4 seats.
Hurting the question asked. Anyhow, let me bring in Anand, because Anand, if I'm mistaken, the Punjab exit polls showed the AAP was sweeping. I don't think there was any doubt.
There was no doubt. See, in this case, I'll tell you, one of the key parts is the last time Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh all went the Congress's way. Despite that, the mandate in 2019 was totally different. Everybody rode up last time. This time around, if the BJP is coming back in Rajasthan, is coming back in Madhya Pradesh, and is making inroads in Chhattisgarh, that also translates. See, look at the seats that the poll of polls is for the BJP in Chhattisgarh. 38. They never were there anywhere, somewhere close. Yeah, knock on. Congress is retaining 50. Important. Let's shift focus and look at Madhya Pradesh. This huge mandate. If this number stays, ladies and gentlemen, on screens, the edge of your screens, what you're seeing is 120 seats for the BJP. What are the multipolar polls? Why is this happening? Let's try and understand that. Let's try and get a look at these numbers. We come in closer to the multipolar polls. We got to get closer. We would see who is calling what number. And if you look at the number, it very clearly shows that there are certain pollsters who are saying they will run away with the mandate. Let's look at it closely. 123 is the outside. Matriz is saying 130 and Polstrat is saying 116. Today's Chanakya has put the number at 151 in Madhya Pradesh for the BJP. That's a runaway sweep. There are two who are saying the Congress has the edge with 125 and 21. That's Jan Ki Baat and Polstrat. But look at today's Chanakya. That's clearly taken that outlier. This is the outlier as far as Pradesh is concerned. But if you look at the trend, Matriz is also saying that if BJP is taking it, they're taking it comfortably with 130 seats. And then Nistula, Nalin, please weigh in on it along with Rahul. Yes.
I think Madhya Pradesh is going to be a tough one to predict because today's, like you said, it's a massive sort of lead that they have given to the BJP. Whereas Jan Ki Baat is giving a slight edge to the Congress, just 2 seats, 125.
Chanakya number
151 to 102, 120 to 125. But again, I think the critical thing is Pradesh.
I think there's something wrong with it today. The math's not. Look, 151, 230 seats, so it can't be 100.
It can't be 250 seats.
There's something
wrong. Congress cannot get because 230 seats. So that 102, 125 is wrong. We'll correct that. We'll correct the today's Chanakya number. Please check the today's Chanakya number.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like you said, one poll is giving the edge to the BJP and 2 are giving a slight edge to the Congress. Again, I think Madhya Pradesh is still up in the air. I don't think we're in a position to directionally say that it's going to one party. You want to weigh in, Ms.
Yeah, well, I went twice. One in July, August, when this Ladli Behna was being launched. In a desire, I don't think the party was at all enthused to give another term to Chief Minister at the helm for 18 years. You know, there was an anti-incumbency against Raj Singh Chauhan inside the party. And then when I went during the election, we found that this fielding of these 7 MPs, etc., whether they lose, party workers had started hitting the. There were a lot of rebels. Then Amit Shah sat there for 3 days. So at least BJP had sorted out some of its internal trouble. So this could be a reflection of that. If they had sat back like they did in Karnataka, where party workers just did not get out of their homes, neither did they go, nor did they get the vote out at that time. So if like that, probably we would have seen a more one-sided contest. Right now, this is the reason I think that pollsters can't make up their minds which way they're going. And unlike Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh is a Sangathan ka state, which is the BJP organization. They start with more than a 25% share. So that is why it makes it very that sort of an election to
Let me add to what Vipul is saying. Madhya Pradesh is the original laboratory of the Sangh, long before Gujarat also. In that sense, while Madhya Pradesh is place has got 6 regions which are very different, you're right, the BJP has a huge advantage if it gets its cadres enthused. What's happened is 3 or 4 months ago, everybody had written off the BJP. So irrespective of who wins, the fact that it's a tight after 18, 19 years of incumbency shows the inherent strength of BJP in Madhya Pradesh after such a long incumbency.
No, not just that, but if you look at the screen, there are gains for the BJP everywhere. There are gains even in Telangana for the BJP. There are gains in Rajasthan.
Interesting to see because the party itself didn't think that they were getting any gains there.
And going back to what Rahul was saying, if this is the trend in the state election where there's supposed to be a voter who turns around and says, "State mein mujhe kya chahiye, Vidhan Sabha kya chahiye," what does this indicate for Lok Sabha 2024?
All these states.
You please go ahead. I always cut into what you say.
All these states, the BJP lost them in 2018. Yeah. And we know the results in 2019.
Yeah, and they returned 100%, almost 100%.
Virtually all the states. BJP won.
Sorry,
all 3 and then they lost the general.
I like to simplify everything. So now is the time to unfurl the 7 M's.
Yeah, the 7 M's. Okay.
So the Modi impact. First talk about the first M, the Modi impact. This is clearly a question where the Modi impact is now being felt. If number holds, if all of these states report what they report, then there is no doubt that the Modi card still has a lot of traction even at the state level. So this whole talk of Karnataka and Modi not being able to click and basically connect, I think that's something that we have to add a caveat to. The Mandal, mixed results on the Mandal card, I think, Zaka. And these are the real caste-winning states, right?
If you look
that
at
hasn't worked,
the OBC-dominated seats, and I showed this earlier as well. I think one critical factor for the Congress, they might do well in the Gwalior, Chambal, Bhind, Morena belt, but they really need to sort of beat the BJP in the central part of the state. So this is sort of Madhya of Madhya Pradesh, and then the BJP does a really well in the eastern part, which is Vindhyachal.
The question is,
if in these places Congress is not able to up this, if the Congress has to go upwards 40 and the BJP closer towards 20 in these OBC seats, for us to say, okay, this whole caste census business had.
So what is the BJP deployed on the ground to try and carry this out? Well, majority mobilization. Remember, very strategically, as the campaign was heating up all these states, what was announced? The puja in Ayodhya, 22nd January. This happens to be my birthday, but that's the day when they said that the puja will be announced. So immediately there was this thing to cut it. Now you have the Mahila vote, which I think we're not reading in. The Mahila vote, I think, is very significant because you were telling me, Zaka, before we went on air, Madhya Pradesh, it has really peaked by 2.5%. Rajasthan, more women have voted than the men.
No, but no, trying to say,
what
was the main thesis that the BJP unfurled in Rajasthan, that the women are not safe? that the women are not safe.
Women are not safe.
Yeah.
So law and order. Law and order. See, but
Women-
then what you're trying to say is that this entire caste scheme doesn't, because if you're looking at caste, then you can't look at caste only from a male prism.
Go with what Zaka was saying
Women
on
will
that
also
point.
women identify with caste?
They do.
You're trying to say if they do identify with caste, then say women voters are voting separately.
Exactly.
No, either they are voting as part of caste or they are rising above. Down to 107 from 109. Let's look at the next one. We got one more number coming in on Rajasthan, and this the Matriz number says Congress is at 75, BJP comfortably way past the 100 number, and it actually sweep this election in Rajasthan, get up to 130 seats. So move past the 100 number, the BJP sweeps the election. That's where some of the analysts and the BJP supporters say 130 par. We heard the LOP of Rajasthan, Mr. Rathore, also will be 130. So let's go across to GVL Narasimha Rao, ask him to weigh in on two aspects. GVL, two aspects. One is this entire asking, is it a bogey? If you look at the exit pollsters and the way they have, it's against the incumbent. That's what it looks like. Or the incumbent. Where is there a caste factor there? Secondly, will you look from a male-female prism? Does caste not apply to women at all? And the third part, right now, the outliers are saying this way or the other, but so far you seem to be going and getting a clear mandate in Madhya Pradesh and in Rajasthan. What about 2024? Three questions.
Yeah, Anand, you see, certainly the caste voting in any given state is more pronounced among men compared to women. Women tend to more on performance, more on governance, and less so among men. I think this is really a big gap. If 30%, if 60% men vote caste, the number would be significantly less in the case. It's not to say that women don't consider caste as a phenomenon. The intensity is much lower. Number one. Two, caste is a factor not in these states alone. Caste is a factor in every state, be it Tamil Nadu, be it Karnataka, be it Kerala. Kerala is a state which is highly but caste is a factor there also. But caste results in long-term political preferences, political parties. You see, one particular caste is more inclined towards LDF, another is more inclined towards UDF, and that does not change drastically from election to election.
Right.
The vote swing is limited. Whereas in some states, they will vote based on caste of a candidate. I will put Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, some middle.
Okay.
They are not heavily voting on the basis of caste, and certainly performance, governance are important factors in these states.
Right. Right.
And as
We've got
regards impact on the elections.
Yeah, well, I'll
we'll
come
see-
to that. Just hold your thought, sir. I've got Arun Sao, BJP MP from Chhattisgarh, is also right now at this with us. Namaste. छत्तीसगढ़ में बाघेल जी वापस आ रहे हैं, लग रहा है कांग्रेस आ रही है वापस। बीजेपी को थोड़ा गेन मिला है, लेकिन बीजेपी पीछे है बहुत।
बिल्कुल नहीं। छत्तीसगढ़ के गांव गली गली में नारा गुंजा है और नहीं सही बदल के रहिबो। छत्तीसगढ़ में भाजपा थे, ये नारा पूरे छत्तीसगढ़ में गुंजा है। और देखिए जब 3 दिसंबर को मतगणना होगी तो आप कि छत्तीसगढ़ में कमल खिल रहा है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनने वाली है।
तो आपके हिसाब
पूरे
से
आत्मविश्वास के साथ
से 45 का हाफवे मार्क है, तो भाजपा उसको पार कर पाए। कितनी सीटें आप भाजपा को दे रहे हैं? आपका आकलन क्या है?
निश्चित रूप से पूर्ण बहुमत भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिलेगा, क्योंकि नरेंद्र मोदी की गारंटी जनता के सामने प्रस्तुत किया है। हमारे केंद्रीय नेताओं के लगातार प्रवास हुए हैं। वही दूसरे राज्य की कांग्रेस सरकार ने हर वर्ग को ठगने का काम किया, देने का काम किया। एक भी वादा 2018 में जनता से जो वायदे कांग्रेस पार्टी
ये सब तो आप चुनाव में जाकर कह रहे हैं।
नहीं हुआ।
अरुण जी, मैं आपको टोक रहा हूं, क्योंकि किसी भी पोलस्टर ने छत्तीसगढ़ में बीजेपी को बहुमत दिया है, सारे आंकड़े हमारे सामने हैं, भी दिया है, तो आप कैसे कह रहे हैं?
कल तक आप लोग ये कहा करते थे कि मुकाबले में नहीं, छत्तीसगढ़ में भारतीय जनता पार्टी बहुत दूर है कांग्रेस से। लेकिन आज जब एग्जिट पोल आया है, आपने नजदीक की फाइट आई है, तो ये बताता है कि कहीं ना कहीं भारतीय जनता पार्टी में है। लेकिन ये सैंपल साइज बहुत संख्या का होता है। मैं आपसे दावे के साथ कह सकता हूं, अपने कार्यकर्ताओं के मेहनत के दम पर जनता का जो रिस्पांस मिला है, पिछले 1.5 सालों में हमने जनता के हर को सड़क से लेकर सदन तक लड़ाई लड़ी है, और जनता का आशीर्वाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिला, क्योंकि राज्य की कांग्रेस सरकार ने ऐसा निश्चित रूप से 3 दिसंबर को देखिएगा, छत्तीसगढ़ कमल खिलेगा और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी।
3 दिसंबर को मैं आपको आमंत्रित करता हूं कि आप जुड़े हमारे साथ फिर से, और हमें फिर जश्न मनाएंगे अगर आप जीतते हैं, और अगर नहीं तो फिर आपको कुछ प्रश्नों के जवाब।
बिल्कुल 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 जश्न, और छत्तीसगढ़ की जनता भी एक बार फिर दिवाली मनाएगी, राज्य की अन्यायी, अत्याचारी, भ्रष्टाचारी की सरकार से छुटकारा मिलेगा 3 दिसंबर को, और छत्तीसगढ़ की जनता एक बार फिर दिवाली मनाएगी।
जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अरुण साहू जी, थैंक यू मच। नाउ ब्रिंगिंग द कन्वर्सेशन बैक टू this whole mandate conversation. Is it a pro-Modi mandate or is it an anti-incumbent mandate in the states? Where do we stand on that? GVL Narasimha was about to opine on that, but we'll go to GVL first. We take it here.
And which is and it basically shows a 2-2 kind of draw between Congress. It's definitely a pro-Modi mandate.
See, Congress has become strong in Telangana. Now it's 63. Congress exit poll of polls, their poll of poll number for the Congress is 63. Way clear. Way clear. Sorry.
I'm saying that for two reasons. In who not been made the chief ministerial face.
Right.
So if BJP does do well in both these states, you will have to say that brand Modi
for its survival at some level. What does that do in the Lok Sabha scenario to that state? It opens that state up.
Yeah.
Those seats then are open.
Yeah, they're right for the BJP and for the Congress and the other parties.
It changes things nationally.
There will be a shift. We've got numbers. We've got numbers from Telangana, and these are Chanakya numbers. Let's look at the Chanakya numbers as pass तो आप number दिखाते हैं. So it's a multi-party contest and a multifaceted contest. Telangana numbers, everybody keen to make inroads. Somewhere one gets a sense that the AIM is not gaining ground. It's actually losing ground. So let's look at the numbers. 7 for the BJP, 1 others. AIM actually may not win much. And today's Chanakya clearly saying at this point that the mandate is going to the Congress handsomely. 71 seats. That's a runaway win. That's a rout of the BRS, and that's of the third front.
Faris?
At least BRS was trying to mount. They changed their name from BRS to BRS to the National Ambition.
And that opens that election in the Lok Sabha. I think this is very consequential at the national level.
Do you want to weigh in on this?
Yes.
The first reason is that it creates a strong revival of the Congress in the south after Karnataka. This is the state the Congress was basically ruled out for the last 10, 12 years. With the BRS coming down, it's a vacuum. So who will fill it? Is it going to be BJP?
Okay, I've just got the Axis number for Madhya Pradesh. And this is again a big one, a real big one, because Axis is predicting 140 to 162 to the BJP, 68 to 90 for the Congress, and 0 to 2 to the others. So this is a huge number that Axis is given, and we all agree that he's a reputed pollster. But I don't think anyone anyone predicted this
Chanakya got
range
close.
for the BJP, 140 to 162.
Out. So
He
this
does.
is just part of the
I mean, like you said, 3 months ago, nobody was this number.
And
to the
Chanakya got
BJP.
close. Chanakya has given him 151. Yeah.
I mean, Modi's definitely on it in the north, no doubt about it. And you have to ask the question whether there is this larger anti-incumbency feeling of disaffection against him. And what does that mean? Lok Sabha elections.
Let's quickly call the MP access number also.
Yes.
Let's up and we'll quickly look at these numbers. So again, access after Chanakya gives this number that Zaka just wrote out on the magic wall. The number is that the BJP could stand to win more than 160 seats in its absolute rout. It's an absolute rout of the Congress party in Madhya Pradesh, and that's the biggest. So if you look at the color, that entire band then becomes from Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and then it just looks.
Before 2024, as far as the alliance is concerned, can the Congress call the shots? In fact, now the BJP are worried by this number because I don't think they should do that well. The
Shouldn't be
BJP
doing that well.
The best guarantee against not having India alliance and the Congress sort of making adjustments with others, the Congress does well.
Right, GVL Narasimha Rao in Telangana, does this now become a multi-cornered fight or a BJP Congress as far as Lok Sabha is concerned? If the BRS is routed, Hussain, AIMIM, no seats. That's what the numbers show. And in Madhya Pradesh, this is a rout of the party. Is this possible? Are you yourself believing these numbers? The GVL Narasimha Rao in Madhya Pradesh, 150 to 160 seats.
Anand, I'll see on Telangana to begin with. There is nothing going positive for the Congress party in this election. Unlike in Karnataka, they had a former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah who had popularity ratings. In Telangana, it is only anti-BRS vote which has to give any kind of edge to this party. BJP is equally claiming to this anti-BRS vote. So therefore, I do not expect this Telangana number to hold true. But we'll have to wait and see what happens on the 3rd when the results come in. And in terms of Madhya Pradesh, there is actually a positive incumbency. Both state, particularly women, lead. The BJP, my assessment is we will get not 10 percentage points more votes per women sections of voters compared to men, which will give BJP nearly a 4-5 point lead. A 4 or 5 point lead for the BJP in Madhya Pradesh can result in 160 seats, because that's how the numbers are stacked.
If it was a positive income, GVLG, if it was a positive incumbency in Madhya Pradesh, then why were so many MPs fielded? Mr. Amit Shah have to station himself there in this state?
The incumbent was not named as the chief ministerial face.
Why didn't you project Shivraj Chowdhury as the chief ministerial face? In fact, he was asking, मेरे को क्या वापस आना चाहिए, खड़ा होना चाहिए, नहीं खड़ा होना चाहिए, आप बताइए.
When you have so much women vote is helping us. Both the state and the central government are powering this post, and the women's reservation, that legislation also has partly contributed to that particular boost. And more importantly, we fielded more MPs because we want to maximize our tally. We need, you see, in Lok Sabha elections, it is largely the Modi factor that will help people in elections. And whereas you have strong regional leaders, their support in winning assembly elections, not in their conscience alone, but influencing regions around the seat they are contesting, is what is required for us to get this kind of a result.
This number holds, the access number holds 162 for the BJP in Madhya Pradesh. There is no way to change an incumbent chief minister. No way. He is the rightful claimant. Yeah. Come back with such a much bigger majority.
I think you're forgetting what happened in Zaka.
No, but that was an internal thing. That was an internal because there was
not an election which was totally fought on Mr. Chauhan's shoulders.
Yeah.
Yes, part of the platform that they was given by Shivraj Chauhan. But the point is that the Congress announced it first, saying we are going to give an income support program for women, which is when he, quickly
but if
kind
you're
of
saying
rolled it out.
the woman vote is what won the BJP. He is the face
Any
of
other
that.
BJP will give the same.
Ladki Behna was the face of that.
Well, as you know,
you had somebody like a Himanta Biswa
saying
Sharma
that
with
no one is a
strong
natural
face.
claimant.
In Madhya Pradesh, you don't have anybody other than Shivraj.
Look, this is a good problem for the BJP to have. I think.
We got one more number. We got one more ETG number as Nalin decide. NNN में से कौन पहले बोलेगा? पहले आप में मैं ट्रांसलेट.
वोटर बोल रहा है.
Let me. अभी तो वोटर बोल रहा है या पोलस्टर बोल रहा है. So let's look at the numbers again. Madhya Pradesh 117. ETG is saying 117 to the BJP. That's a number, and there is perhaps a swing in favor of the Congress party there. 109 to 120. So Madhya Pradesh ETG is given it to the Congress party. So how is this thing with 116? Is the half a number that then squares the pitch back in favor of the Congress party a little, that it puts them at.
Everybody's hedging except for Axis.
Everybody's hedging their bet.
Everybody's hedging.
Everybody's hedging their bet.
Axis grabbed the headline today. Let me be honest, and they have a pretty good.
ऐसा लगा कि see, today's Chanakya came and said 151 said headline हमारा हुआ. Axis no headline हमारा हुआ. Because then whether they come true or not.
And you know he polls now.
So
women
look at the
very
numbers. This is the Axis number, 40 to 162. I think the BJP will want to take a snapshot of this and say, "Chaliye bhai, even if this doesn't happen, no, dil behlane ke liye, is there somebody who predicted this?"
I'm curious to know, will this mean that someone says, we won this election, it doesn't matter who the chief minister is, we decided who the candidates are, we flew in 7 MPs, 3.
Before all this started, I was about to say that if this number holds, Shivraj will be back as chief because you have the 2024 general election. And even when he came back, when Jyotiraditya Scindia left to the BJP, got his 22, 23 MLAs, there were 8 bypolls to be had, which was the reason why Shivraj was again chief minister. So that was a logic that was given us, saying there is no leader who's popular throughout Madhya Pradesh. And unfortunately, fortunately for Mr. Chauhan, unfortunately for the party that doesn't like him, they've not been able to create a leadership which is
No, and not just that. See, maybe after 2024, they may say, all right, see, and somewhere you have to give credit to the BJP central leadership. They actually got these heavyweights from the parliament and from the back down saying, Jita ke lao. Win those or something.
And if you win, great. If you don't,
then you're retired. Politically retired. You're retired. Nahi Jita. It is like do or die for them. One more number, C voter number has come through. So C voter Rajasthan numbers have come 71 to 91 to the Congress party. C voter is giving it to the BJP. 114 is the up number. So once again, one more poster comes and gives Rajasthan to the BJP. And these are big wins. Wins both sides. Yeah. You have to say if these numbers, which is something about BJP strategy, and it's just a sheer self-confidence. Just 3 months ago, the same strategy did not work in Karnataka. You know, they told Satrap, the party didn't get galvanized. They didn't have a proper spiritual face, and the party collapsed. If you were a more cautious party, you would have reversed your stance in one particular. Okay, let's go with the vote. BJP really very critical, sir. In Karnataka, there is a Lingayat vote. There is a tall man in B.S. Yedurappa who's a Lingayat face. If you rub that person and his second most strongest Lingayat in Karnataka, who decamps to the Congress party at the 11th, that hurt the BJP in that belt. That happened in Karnataka.
Organically belonging to the BJP, the Lingayat actually Ramakrishna Heggde's vote, which moved to the BJP after he passed his political legacy. So, and they had a lot of hurt feelings with Mr. Yedurappa being removed. But the second thing
B.S. Yedurappa, why do you think they are not releasing the caste census in Karnataka?
Yes.
Because the Lingayat and the Vokalegas, two big castes there, which comes along with the Kurban
the second thing you've missed saying is that Karnataka, the Congress organization is extremely strong. The Madhya Pradesh campaign was a little lackluster compared to what I saw in Karnataka and even in Rajasthan and Telangana.
Okay, now let's. Please.
I think one thing is very clear that the strategy of not naming the incumbent or not naming the chief minister face has certainly worked in the Hindi heartland. It's not worked in Karnataka. It's not working in Telangana either. So I think there is a clear north. I wouldn't say a divide, but the strategies of both parties clearly working for the Congress in the south, in Karnataka, and if the numbers in Telangana hold, that is important for the Congress party to revive.
Because in Telangana, the party doesn't have much of an
Of course.
and it had to change.
No. I'll tell you what quickly doing.
The chemistry is all wrong.
Multi-state poll of Telangana and Adil Singh Bopara of the Congress party also joining us. So staying with Telangana for now. The Telangana multi-poll of polls here in front. Let's zoom in on it and let's read it nicely as it comes up beautifully on the Alexa curtain here in front of. It's a matrix curtain. All numbers, not binary 0 and 1, for all the numbers that they've given together, ladies and gentlemen. And there it is. And if we look at the numbers, nobody is clearly giving a mandate to the BRS time. The mandate, the swing, or perhaps the intent is that it will be the Congress party, except Jan Ki Baat, which says BRS may still come up to 55, and PSG is coming out and saying that it will be PRQ. PSG is saying 64 seats, the upper end for the BRS. Now, that's the only one which is calling the election in favor of the BRS. The rest are actually indicating it's a Congress victory. So the first time in the state, there will be a different party in the brand new state of Telangana. 10 years of BRS or 2 terms of the BRS. The third this time around, it's the Congress party. Now, if you look at it, within the numbers, significant BJP in terms of vote share, they seem to have retained at least double digits. 2019, 19% vote share in the Lok Sabha elections here, 7 to 12% because they've got to 5 seats. And AIM slipping, contesting in 9 seats, winning only 5 as per poll numbers. So these are all important. But a big slip for the BR, what does that mean? Zaka.
All right, Adil Singh Bopara is now joining us. Big picture, the 2 big North Indian states, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, bulk of the polls to suggest that the Congress will come up short. What does that mean for your party going in 2024?
Well, let me go state by state. I think as far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned, the exit polls does not indicate the correct situation on the ground. There is, of course, the anti-incumbency of the Bharatiya Janata Party along with rampant corruption. So therefore, we are very hopeful for a victory in Madhya Pradesh. Now coming to Telangana, I think this is also indicated from the exit polls which you are showing that there will be a collapse of the BRS. And what you notice in the campaign, the fusion between the BRS and the BJP against the Congress party. The people of Telangana want to change. The corruption of the KCR's family was a case in point. So we are again very hopeful of a victory in Telangana. Now, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, well, the party disagrees with the indications of the exit polls for the simple reason that you saw a tug of war amongst the leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Rajasthan. You saw their factionalism becoming more. Even if you ask the local leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party workers, you saw one faction pulling the rug from one to the other faction. And coupled with the unprecedented popularity of Mr. Gehlot. So therefore, we are hoping and very optimistic of changes.
Rajasthan, 4 polls have come out, 3 of them that the BJP is winning and not on margin by a reasonably big margin. Now, my point is, there is a bigger problem that the Congress party is that you're relevant in South India, you're coming to power in states in South India, in Karnataka case, and now again Telangana, most polls seem to suggest that your party is. But in the Hindi heartland, where it absolutely is essential to revive, you are still coming up croppers in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and that's where it's a straight up BJP versus Congress fight. And until you survive there is no hope in hell that you'll be able to beat the BJP in 2024.
Zaka, we take the exit poll numbers with a result. But notwithstanding what I say today or the BJP states on your program, I think the proof of the pudding will be all of us on Sunday. However, please see the metrics. Please see the issues of price rise and unemployment, which the people of all these states are grappling with. And your own inputs and your reporters' own accounts will demonstrate that this was a whole issue. Therefore, notwithstanding all
bigger states losing there. GVL Narasimha Rao wants to get a quick closing comment, and then we'll take a break. Yeah.
Yeah, Zaka, despite losing all states in 2018, North Indian states, Central India states, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Chhattisgarh, we swept Lok Sabha polls in these states. In Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, it was complete sweep. So if Telangana, what you're projecting, comes out, I still hold my fingers crossed. If Congress does come to power, I think we'll have another state where we can beat Congress black and Lok Sabha polls and possibly win all 17, like we did in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Because fighting a regional party sometimes be tougher than fighting Congress for us in Lok Sabha polls. Telangana, we can certainly improve from 4 to 15. That's a 10 seats gain is something that we can easily today. In case your exit poll predictions in Telangana were to come.
I'll give you the final word. This is the big picture. If these hold, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan seems to be going the BJP way. Chhattisgarh, the Congress seems to be able to retain. Telangana, more suggests that the Congress has an edge, but we'll wait for Sunday to figure out if that's good enough to take you to majority. But the big picture is this: 2024, Adil, that there are no signs of revival in the Hindi heartland, and that's a problem.
No, I don't Zaka, because local elections and national elections are fought on different parameters. And just to take my friend's point, yes, the Congress won these 3 state elections in 2018. The BJP got the better of us in the 2019 polls. But having this, I'm not running away from the fact that these elections will be a weather of the resonance of the groundswell as far as people are concerned. So that is important, but we are very, very hopeful of a victory.
Okay, we'll see. Hopefully, both of you will join us on Sunday when the actual results come and not the exit poll results. Take a break, but I think it's very clear. The broad trend is very clear. I'm sure all of us here, colleagues, will agree that the broad trend seems Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan going the BJP way. Chhattisgarh Congress will retain. Telangana, I think, is still up for toss because it just concluded. The polling just concluded, so I don't think the polls have had enough to actually distill it. So that is still up in the air. But 1 out of 3 states, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, Zaka, you hit that pretty much the nail on the head. Yeah, we'll have to wait. Maybe those Telangana numbers will correct. 7th. Usually, when pollsters try and do an upgrade and revision, let's see.
All right, we'll take a quick break. But when we come back, the big picture: what does all of this mean? What does this portend for 2024?